because this got recorded. All right, so for recording purposes, this class is going to be on charting trend lines and charting different patterns. As I was saying, y'all can drop whatever charts y'all may want me to, if y'all want me to just chart it, or if y'all see a certain pattern in there and y'all charted it yourselves and may want me to look at it or something. If y'all on a computer or something, I'll give you permission to be able to share your screen if you want to share your screen. All right, so I got QQQ right now pulled up, and I'm gonna just go through the watch list and just go through different things on a daily. Right now, I see a head and shoulders, right? So that's a shoulder right here. This whole little lump right here. This is your head, and this is your shoulder. I'm gonna take you over to Google just to show you what a head and shoulders for the people that may not know what that is or how to identify it. When you're looking it up or you're watching any YouTube videos or maybe on Google or inside the Discord and you're seeing different setups or pattern setups, they may not always look as perfect, like as it, well, to me, it looks a little perfect, right? Because I can see the shoulder, the head, and the shoulder right here, right?
Look at the refrigerator and bring me that cake that grandma gave me.
You better bring her that cake, bro.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. So sorry.
Yeah, you good? Can I get some cake too? All right, so basically, and a head and shoulders, how I look at it also, I look at them as three pyramids. I think of the pyramids of Egypt, right? How you'll normally see, well, there's a lot of pyramids out there, but how you'll normally see three in a picture or something of that nature, right? Like even in this picture, how you see three. That's what it normally looks like. Or you can think of literally your body structure, right? Let me drop this down. Your body structure, right? Like your shoulder, your head, and your shoulder, how both shoulders are kind of even. And then you see your head, but on the charts, don't ever think that these shoulders have to be even, just like how you see the right shoulder higher. Just to show you another picture, check this one out. You can obviously see that this one is going up diagonally, right? Right. This one is also coming down diagonally a little. So I'm just trying to show you multiple different ones so you can see, draw out the actual head and shoulders. Let me see how I would see it. I really don't like this to be like a head and shoulders. This is just like some people would call it a rising wedge. I wouldn't even call it a pattern or a rising wedge. It's just ranging from trying to give you higher highs. It did, then it failed right here. It gave you higher highs and then fell down to like a bearish flag. So it broke down, but I don't see like a head and shoulders. And that's another, oh, see one right here, shoulder, head, shoulder. I see that one, right? But I don't see another one. And one thing that I like to do is if I can't see it there and I have to squint my eyes like hard, I'm not going to try to call it a head and shoulders, just like how I found that one. Now that I'm staring at it, now I'm finding shoulder, head, shoulder. So it actually is there, right? It just wasn't drawn out and it took my eyes a little more time to be able to see it out, right? But let's go back to the charts. So as you can see, let me clear it out one more time this way. This is what it looks like, right? So we see a shoulder here, we see a shoulder here, and we see a shoulder here, right? And I'm gonna go to the chat here in just a second. Before I even say what I wanted to say, the trend line, let's use a horizontal line for it. The trend line is going to be literally right here, where this purple line is at, like where these wicks are at, right? Because that's kind of the trend line of, oh, I said trend line, I'm sorry. Your neckline of your head and shoulders. That's it right there, right? And you can see that it broke right here at one point, then it gave you your shoulder, your right shoulder, and now it's testing that, right? Which is also like a support. This neckline, and you can draw your neck also. This one is going a little bit diagonally. I wouldn't even draw it like this, but just giving you another reference. Sorry, wrong too. So I'm just gonna grab the ray, and what I'm going to do is I'll make it a little bigger. I'm gonna grab it from a low right here. I know I can go to any one of these lows, but it's just how my eyes are trained to look at the chart by now. So I'm gonna grab it from this low and bring it down. Like I want it connected to another low, but that's not my main objective. My main objective is to try to get this straight purple line to try to just get the neckline of it, right? And let me just do that real quick. I can't even draw it from that low. So when I'm doing this, it's not really to look for a trend. It's just to stay on, like, you see the shoulder, head, this is the head right here, and shoulder, that neckline. My eyes, as I was seeing it before I drew it up, I didn't like it. So that's why I chose to show you the neckline that way, right? And that's because it's even confusing me, right? It's making me think of a lot of different things. But that's another way that you can draw your necklines, and that you would have to draw your necklines. Like if it was more diagonal, like this is diagonal coming down, but it's more straight still, right? But as we look through charts, we may find one that's diagonal. I know I've shown some before, but just keep that in mind. And also, before I go to the chat, what I want to say about this head and shoulders that we're seeing, keep in mind of the time frame that we're seeing this on. So just because I'm saying there's a head and shoulders on QQQ, right, and it's right on the neckline ready to break again or test to go back up, you don't want to just say, oh, it's going to fall because it's a head and shoulders. And the reason why I say that is because patterns don't always play out how they're supposed to play out. If it's a head and shoulders, it's supposed to go down. Sometimes they go up, right? And that's why you have to identify with the patterns and understand them, and also understand that patterns, well, to me, patterns are, whenever you see a pattern, it already played out, if that makes sense. If you see, like, I'll show you, there's a bull flag in here, right here. Ooh, wrong stick. I'm gonna draw it out just for reference of what I'm talking about right now. So this bull flag, right, or bull pendant, they resemble kind of the same. They resemble the same thing, but as I drew it, it looks more like a pendant, or a bull pendant, not a bull flag, but kind of the same thing. But as you see, as the candles come out, I would have noticed the flag right here, and we're also on a daily, right? I would have noticed the flag, and it would have looked at like, oh, we're trying to break out the flag right now off the pole right there, but then we continue to flag out, right? So on a smaller time frame, this is on a daily chart. Unless you train yourself to identify with the pattern and start noticing what the pole is, three white soldiers running up. Okay, I just saw a pole. Now you know it's gonna flag. So now you can set yourself up and set alerts to get a breakout of the flag. The reason I say that is because patterns don't tend to always play out. Next month in July, when we start talking about the strat, I'm gonna get more in depth about why I say that. Me understanding the strat, I rather understand where the strat helps me understand where price is going right now. A pattern does not tell you where price is going at that given moment, right? Just remember this class, remember everything that I'm saying, and then tomorrow, when the market closes, go look at QQQ and see how it can still be forming on this shoulder, right? Or trying to do something completely different. And when looking at patterns, what I like to explain too, like say on the head and shoulders, it depends on how big the pattern is. Even though we see, and we know that we see this head and shoulders here, shoulder, head, shoulder, right? So we know we see that, it's always a good practice to see this, right? And let me put the chart this way so we can see it together. So we can see it's a good practice to see this, right? Understand that your neckline is right here. Well, let me draw it back out. My apologies. Like right there. But it's a good practice to do this. We know there's a head and shoulders, right? Look at what the data is printing you out right now, right? Because now that we look at it this way, of course, we can see like, oh, a falling wedge, but we know it was a bull flag inside of a head and shoulders, right? Oh, it was a falling wedge, came down to support, running back up, coming down. We may have not gotten exhausted. Right now is in vision. We may have not been exhausted to the downside, just yet to get another run up like we did last week, right? To take out these targets. And when I say targets, it's always going to be the bottom of these wicks, right? So you want to keep in mind, like, okay, cool, this was a bull flag, right? And it can it is flagging on a bigger time frame because that's what it's doing right now. This setup is kind of, the bull flag to me is honestly kind of like already broken because we came down lower. Like if we would have just been flagging right here off of the evening star a little bit and then ran, okay, cool. But it's still doing it because if tomorrow we see a big candle right here and it runs all the way up and then takes these targets out, we're gonna say that was a bull flag breakout because you're gonna be able to see it, right? Look. You see, just may believe that this is a daily chart. Pole, flag, flag, flag. If we get one big candle, we're gonna say that it's a breakout, right? Flag, flag, flag. We're gonna say, oh, that was a bullish flag breakout. So yes, it's anticipating, but it's not anticipating because you're not thinking like, oh, we're gonna jump for that. But, and that's also a PMG in the strat world, but we're not talking about strat. But it's just to be aware of that, right? And that can happen. You can get these big, oops. You can't, oh, that's funny how this looked the same, right? Because it's like a head and shoulders right there too. That's like that still would be considered like a bull flag breakout, but yeah, that's here nor there. It's a good practice to always look at what's going on right now, right? Even though we've seen this big head and shoulders and repeating myself, but it's just because all patterns don't always play out. Just because it's a cup and handle does not mean that handle will not fail and that it will go back up, right? So let me run to the chat real quick. Laughing out loud. I want Kate. I was trying to tell her I feel like you greedy over there. Look, the whole chat went Kate. AMD did a head and shoulders this afternoon. What time frame? I'll run over there before we talk about anything else. See that one as well. Yeah, I already see it. Shoulder, head, shoulder. Yeah. But we'll talk about it here in a second. It was on a 3 or 5 minute. All right, cool. You see, it's funny how I see it on a daily too, right? You catch a gala. Okay. Gala. Oh, the girl. Cool. Oh, I was like, the token? Crypto open 24/7. Yup, sure did. Good cash, Gala. That's what I'm talking about. Maybe bring to like trade crypto after stocks close. Oh, that was Jordan that said that. Man, brother, leave me alone, Jordan. Maybe not.
Hey, Moody.
Yeah, what's up?
What the heck? You're saying that this is a head and shoulders too? This thing is all over the place.
Yeah, on AMD?
Yeah.
Yeah, so let me take away all this old stuff. Yeah, you see it right here. Let me draw. Well, I can't assume that you see it. Shoulder, head, shoulder, neckline. I don't need it. Neckline was right about here.
Beautiful
You said what?
Why are you making that the neckline instead of underneath?
Down here?
Underneath what that can't be. Yeah, a little bit up on that green two wick is of it right there. Why is that not the neckline?
Why is this not the neckline? It's just how my eyes were seeing it.
Okay.
And then now that I'm looking at it like this, you see how it's playing on the bearish flag right here. It's like bearish flag breakdown, bearish flag breakdown. Then I got the lump there. What I see, it's just like what I was explaining, how patterns play out already sometimes. The neckline to me is more like right here, because this is where I'm seeing also where it bounced, right?
Oh, okay. So you use it as where it bounces as well.
Everything that I'm seeing, because I just drew this. You see this lump right here, this other lump right here. You see how I just said this is a shoulder, this is a head, this is a shoulder. Right. So one thing I've learned is that this is the whole entire shoulder. But in my to me, it's like, nah, bro. it's only this shoulder because I only have one shoulder. And then I only got one left, one right. And that looks like two lumps to me, right? And that is a falling wedge. But well, I'm just trying to explain myself like in free thought, like what I see. But I take that back. So it's really just all the bounces that I'm seeing on these candles right here, right? It didn't bounce off of here because I can bring it all the way up here, but now it doesn't look like it looks still like the Head and Shoulders, but it's going through all of these candles, the best thing I can see. So I'm gonna bring it down. I know, yeah, I'm gonna bring it down like right here. I don't want to bring it down like right here because the shoulder's playing right there. And I can tell that
Okay.
already broke out. It already broke his neckline. Like you see the
Yes, we're trying to see if it breaks that basically.
it already broke. Right now is like it tried to retest, and that was your shoulder and fell back down. It's like what we was just doing this on QQQ. That's a good question. Right here. You see? Like how all the touches are right here. This one right here, even though it broke this neckline, it still didn't create your Head and Shoulders. This one, when it broke that part of the neckline, it didn't even create your yes, like right here, you could have looked at this like the shoulder. You see how I made it right here? Let me
yeah.
So Moody, this is Gala. I caught that today, and the way I looked at it was that the shoulder was the one on the left, and then you have the head on the right, and my line was diagonal going up, so I caught that whole move down.
Oh, you did it this way, the way I was talking on the other one.
Yeah, I did it diagonal. So no, the other way. Go from where, like the line going from the left shoulder, not where you like where you're highlighted. Go left. I did it like that going up. So I thought, well, I looked at that as that being a shoulder, and I did the line going up. And I caught that. And once it broke on the right shoulder, I caught that whole move down. It was nice.
Yeah, I see it. That's a Head and Shoulder too.
That's how I saw it. So
yo, Gala, bro, hats off to you, bro. You know why? Because now now I could talk my shit, right? The reason I say that is because I always say nobody's wrong on their analysis, because the way you're seeing the chart is completely different than the way I'm gonna see the chart, right? And for everybody that doesn't see that, look, I just delete everything, and this is what Gala saw: shoulder, head, shoulder. Oh,
yeah, and then just drew my line.
That makes me feel better, Gala. That's what I saw just when I first looked at it, and I was kind of thrown a little bit, so that works.
Yeah,
you played it on the daily when you did it. You said you did a 3 to 5 minute chart.
No, I played it on the 1, the 3, or the 5, one of those. But I think it was even showing on the 5 because you'll catch those patterns on the lower time frames.
Yeah, so we're gonna take it down there before we even talk about any other one. Yo, Gala, thank you for doing that. Like, because this is like the one that I'm seeing is clear. This one was like hidden. That's nice. And then another thing I'll tell you right here is dope that you notice that this is a Head and Shoulders. Why? Because I used to, myself, personal experience, I used to get confused with this, like learning from other people and seeing, oh, let's take it back so you can see. Watch this.
Hey, check the chat too, bro.
All right, I will. Head and Shoulders. Remember, like, yo, you making me look nice, Gala. God bless you. You know how how I'm always saying that don't worry about how they look on textbook patterns because they're not gonna look perfect. This shoulder is lower than the head. This shoulder is lower than the head, right? And that's how they normally always show them, like the 3 pyramids of Egypt, right? That's an inverted one. Let me just find one more and then take you back to the chart. Right, you see, like it's leveled out, like you can tell that that's in Head and Shoulders every single time. The one she saw, nah, look, I'll clear it out again. It looked, this right shoulder slick is not, but it's slick looks higher to the eye of this head. It's just because this is a higher high. On a Head and Shoulders, you don't see it like that. You see a higher high than a higher low, right? When we're looking at these, that look, higher low. Even
and you guys, if you guys want to I play AMD a lot since I started trading, and if you guys want to like see different types of like Head and Shoulders. Like Moody was saying, it's not always textbook. AMD is always playing them out, especially in the afternoons. So.
Facts. And we're gonna take this to a smaller time frame. Let me go to the chat. Dang. Let me see. Jordan over here having a ball. Dennis, short it over. Shoot it over through Matic or SLM. That's a smart man. That's Jordan. Say less. I snapped a pic of it, but I can't upload it here. Oh, this Gala, okay. I'm gonna post in the general chat. Appreciate you, Dennis. You can sit on.
Just listening to my stuff, okay?
Yeah. Is there a question in the chat, Jordan? What are the 1, 2, 3?
Keep going.
Yep, I got you.
It's like 3 of them.
So the Strat, that's the Strat. I got you right now. Let me see if I can find another question. What's the 1, 2, 3? I'm gonna remember it. Seeing as the Strat method. Yes, appreciate you, Raymond. Jordan, I'm not on it. Sweet, yes, sir. Dude, is that a Head and Shoulders on a rising pattern is making a higher high? Dude, is that a Head and Shoulders on rising pattern? It's making a higher high. I don't know what you're talking about, but whatever you're saying, it sounds 100% right. I ain't gonna cap, but you can unmute yourself and let me know. Are we talking about the AMD Head and Shoulders or the one that we seen on you?
Yeah, I'm talking about the Head and Shoulders. So it's making lower, higher highs. So how would that be a Head and Shoulders?
All right, cool. I like that question. So, because that's what we were just talking about. I'm gonna answer that in a second. All right, we'll come back to the chat here in a second. I'll talk about what the 1, 2s, and 3s here in a second. Just to answer that real quick, it's just like what me and Gala was just talking about, right? Looking at textbook patterns, how you normally see it from a higher, it goes from a low to a high to a lower high, right? You are correct, just like how we're seeing it here on QQQ. But this is also a Head and Shoulders, right? But even though it's giving you higher highs, it's still the form of the pattern, if that makes sense, right? Like, and let me see if I can take it to a smaller time frame and make it make sense out of this. Does that make sense what I just explained? Because I'm trying to think of another way to explain that. Sai, I forgot I think your name was Sai or Say.
Yeah. I still don't. Yeah. So I probably don't think this is a Head and Shoulders pattern. So it's more of a rising pattern. So once it breaks 95, that's when I would get into puts, right? Or it's say when it hits 110, that's when I would get into puts, saying that it's making higher highs. So I would go put on when it's 110 or something, and then calls on 96 or 97 when I see it go upward for a day or so.
I understand that. I get it. I totally get it, especially seeing a falling wedge. That's why I said, I'm saying you're just gonna make me look awesome too. Appreciate you. Everybody sees things differently, right? But to me, if I was to take this to a smaller time frame, because this is on the daily chart, right? Let's go see if we see a Head and Shoulders, and I'm already seeing one, bro. This needs to get better. If y'all don't mind, I'm gonna just mute everybody. Boom. I think it was iPhone 13 Pro. All right, so right here, this is where I'm just gonna, for the sake of wanting to be right, I guess. I'm just gonna do this and watch you see the Head and Shoulders now. I'm gonna delete that shoulders and be like, hey, my chart game needs to get better, right? And there goes the other shoulder right there. And that's the way you want to see it, right? And then I can see it on the RSI as well. But the way you want to see it is like this, correct? Correct me if I'm wrong. Is this way where it's not giving you higher highs? Okay. But if you keep going down to a smaller time frame, you'll see that the Head and Shoulders that Gala pointed out is still a Head and Shoulders. It's just on a bigger time frame on that daily. It's not gonna look as perfect, right? And then I can just erase all of this. And look, I'll just do it with a different color so you can see it. Shoulder. This one's the head. neckline breaks down. When you see a head and shoulders on a bigger time frame, always keep in mind that, or whatever pattern you may see on a bigger time frame on a daily, you're gonna see multiple of those.
I have to really.
Shut the fuck up.
Let me go ahead and just mute everybody because I don't know who's talking.
Could you repeat what you said because we couldn't hear?
Yeah, I know. I'm muting everybody now. Hold on, give me a second. Oh. Yes. Hopefully I could unmute yourself too. Let me see. Allow them to unmute themselves. Yes. Cool. Yeah, y'all should be able to unmute yourselves now too. But dang, what was I just saying? What I was saying is like, say like the head and shoulders, I just bring it right back. I'm just trying to go to another pattern so we don't just stick on the head and shoulders the whole time.
You were talking about different time frames.
Yeah. So you remember, I'm not gonna try, well, look, I'll just do it. It was with blue. Remember when we did this head and shoulders like this? Try not to look at, well, here, I'll just delete it. The yellow ones, let me delete. I'm just going over, I'm just trying to answer that one dude's question that he's seeing higher highs, just like I'm seeing higher highs here. And he's saying, I would never call that. What I'm catching, at first I thought he was asking me a question, but what I'm catching now from the energy is that I'm wrong, that's not a head and shoulders. And what I'm trying to tell him is that, you know, just like I seen this head and shoulders, and I'm pretty sure he would have saw it just like this shoulder, head and shoulder, that he wants to see it like a textbook pattern, right? And Gala and I were just going over that they won't always look like a textbook pattern, but he's also seeing a different pattern, which is a rising. I never really heard of a rising pattern, so I'm thinking like a rising wedge. So what I'm just taking from it is the fact that he's seeing higher highs, right? So he's saying that this is not a head and shoulders. So what I'm saying is it is a head and shoulders. It's not, you should never tell nobody that they're not seeing something correctly till you fully understand time frames, because once I started going down, you see nothing but head and shoulders everywhere, right? It's just a drawing, right, on a bigger time frame with different size of candles may not let you see that at that moment, right? So and then what I said was I need to get my chart game on, because if I take that shoulders away and give you this one, now you see a head and shoulders. But if we want to be more technical with it, we can just delete all of these. My bad, because Gala, she fired. So I'm not, no, she about to, yeah, you about to get this business, bro. Look, shoulder, head, shoulder, neckline. Ooh, let's not even do it like that so it can look pretty. Oh, look, I'll just use this. No, we'll use another one. Neckline, right there. And it should be a little lower, apologies. Like about right there. That's a head and shoulders. Bull flag. We're gonna go into more patterns, but this one was also a head and shoulders, shoulder, head, shoulder, right? So it's just, and that's why I say everybody is dope in their own right, because once you start charting, I remember when people would tell me, I'd be like, oh, this is what I see. People would be like, no, look at me now, right? And it's because I stood confident to what I'm seeing. Like I remember when oh look, and I'm gonna make you look right, for instance, but I'm gonna give some flowers to my brother D Wiz. I remember D Wiz, he always is trying to make me better and better on the charts. And he was like, yo, Moody, that head and shoulders that you saw, that's more like what you're saying was like a rising wedge or something. And I was like, bro, I've been trading head and shoulders like this for a while. And I showed him what I saw and how I looked at it. And he was like, bro, that is a head and shoulders. But he made me aware of what you like, what Sai's talking about, like just the rising wedge. And that's why I tell people, unmute yourself, ask me questions. Why? Because as much as I'm teaching something right now, I'm also learning as well, right? And you may say something that may make me see something completely different. That's here nor there. Let me go back to the chat because I'll be rambling, and we're going to talk about other ones, other patterns as well. Because I think we kind of, does everybody understand how to identify head and shoulders? Because I really didn't go in depth how I wanted to, like how you should trade it and things of that nature. But does everybody understand? Can I get a yes in the chat if y'all don't want to unmute yourselves?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thank you, because see, now I feel comfortable to go to another one. All right, let me just read a couple of questions here.
Moody,
Yeah, oh, yeah, I gotta answer that question with the 1, 2, 3. What's up?
I just got one question. At the end, isn't that another one though? Isn't that another Head and Shoulders at the end?
Yeah, right here, shoulder.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Okay.
And the
I
neckline
just want to
is
make
that
sure I was
angle.
seeing it right.
Yeah, you are. Yup. And then somebody had asked, what are these numbers? I'm actually gonna be going over nothing but these numbers the whole entire July, but I'll be going over other things as well, just like mainly on the Tuesday classes. I have something dope. Well, now I'm always get flowers where it's due. D'Angelo found this dope PowerPoint that I believe Alex Options has created. So I'm going to use that to like guide and teach you guys things that how I understand the strat and like what I've learned from Sarah and Rob and just what I've learned through myself trading it. But the 1 is an inside bar. It did not break the high. And look, let me just make this big so you can really see what I'm talking about. So whenever you see a 1 bar, the 1 is consolidating, right? And just keep in mind whatever time frame you're looking at. But the 1 is always going to signify that it's consolidating and that it's a tightening range. It did not break the high of the previous candle and it did not break the low of the previous candle. We always counting our wicks when we're looking at the strat. The 2 now is more so of a directional bar candle, right? Where you normally want to trade the 2, right? Because the 2 is a directional. And what I mean by that is that it broke, the 2s are always break either one of the sides, either the high or the low. In this case, it's a 2 down because it broke the low of the previous candle, and that was the direction. And you can see like even once it broke right here, it fell even further more down to try to go ahead and take out this target. But that's here nor there. That's now talking about the strat patterns. But a 2 up, see, because this is still green and this is a 2 down because we broke the previous low of the previous candle. A 2 up now, come on, 2 ups, will always, that's not a good one to explain. Jesus Christ, what a bear market. 2 up. A 2 up is always going to signify a directional candle, but that it broke the previous high of the previous candle, right? So as you can see, we opened up right here. It was a 1 at one given point, right? It kept going up, kept going up. Once you see it broke this wick, it turned to a 2, right? A directional letting you know that on this 4-hour time frame, it felt like, not felt, the direction was buy it up until that time frame was over with, right? Or until you've seen a small a reversal back down, like we're seeing right here, 2 up, 2 down, a reversal on a smaller time frame. A 3 bar is an engulfing candle, right? That's not a strat term, but it's a chart pattern, right? It's an engulfing candle. An engulfing candle in a 3 bar, what that is letting you know that it broke the previous high and also the previous low of the previous candle. Gotcha. Hopefully that answers your question, bro. Yes. Those numbers are automatic when using the strat or you implement them. Inputting them. I input them in my chart. You will go to the strat. Man, I wish I remember what class I did it on. Oh, what? You could go to my YouTube channel, right? Or no, don't even go to my YouTube channel. Go to the Discord, right? Go to the Discord and go straight to mod video lessons, right?
Wait, you meant you hand inputted those numbers?
Yeah, you can. I'm gonna show you, but I'm gonna put you on. Just go.
I guess that's good, so I can show you what each one is. Repeat what the number 1 bar was equivalent to, please.
Huh?
Will you repeat what the number 1 bar, candle bar stick was equivalent to?
Yeah, I will. Like I mentioned, I'm gonna be talking about it all month, but I know you just want to know, but I'm gonna put you on because just go. I don't know where it's gonna be. It's gonna be in here. I promise you that.
Do you use it for all time frames?
Yes, any time frame. It works for the 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute, 4 minute, 5 minutes, 7 minute, any minute that you want to create, any hour. It works on every single time frame. So if you was to go look, just go to my YouTube channel, but you can find it in the mod video lessons, and it's called the Strat. The video is called Strat Part 1, and I'm literally going over what the Strat is on that video, and I'm only talking about the Strat. But to go back to the chart specifically, I think your question was, what is the one? And look, I'll just take you over to a 1 minute time frame, so you can see it works on any time frame. A one is an inside bar, right? It's a tightened range. It signifies that the candles are consolidating at that given moment, right? So right here, inside bar. That means that it did not, whenever we see ones, the ones are setups to get in, not literally, we don't trade them. We wait for the next candle and we trade the breaks of the candle, right? So whenever you see a one, that's letting you know that it did not break the previous high of the candle or the previous low of its previous candle, right? Any one that you see, like right here, even if it has a body, you can see that it stood inside of this 3 bar. It stood inside of this candlestick. It didn't go nowhere else. That means it's consolidating. That means that the range is tightening after it literally gave us a new broadening formation. And then what you do with these, you trade them, right? I didn't go specifically in what you do. You don't trade those. You trade the ones, but there's your entry for the next day, right? So if, oh, well, I'm on the 1 minute time frame. So on the 1 minute, when this came out at 15:19, right? We are not trading it. We're waiting for the next 1 minute candle to come out. And as soon as, when it came out, it was basically a 2 up. So it triggered for you to go up, right? That was your entry point. So you ride that up. And this was your reversal. And then it gave you continuations straight to the top, right? And then your target would have been right here to be able to get out the trade quickly. And this candle would have let you get out your trade. Did that answer your question?
It did. Thank you. And thanks, Jose, for dropping the YouTube.
Yeah, I was just clicking it, see what YouTube video he dropped. Cheat code. Dennis, yeah, facts, it is a cheat code.
All right, guys, how you guys doing?
Moody. Dang.
So today we're going to be talking.
Yeah, that's abuse. I'm definitely gonna try to 4 hours. That's crazy. I'll try to tell you, I don't know how long I'll be on these classes. Look, it's almost an hour and we didn't even go to another chart, another pattern. Let's go to another pattern. I'm gonna go in the chat and see if there was any more questions though. I'm trying to tell y'all, don't go in the chat like, y'all can go in the chat and ask those questions, or y'all could just unmute yourselves. You're gonna catch me quicker just unmuting yourself. I think Moody is basically trying to say is that the high of a head could possibly be lower than the high of, yeah, yep. User. I thought I said usher, but user. Yeah, you're right. Jordan about to hop on a 8:30 meeting. Keep it going. I'm gonna get more folks on here. Dennis, appreciate you, bro. Yeah, I'm gonna start doing these classes and like possibly going live on Instagram or like, I don't know, so more people can have access to it. We're gonna figure it out.
I have one more question real quick. So on that one, once the one starts a new candle, you enter, and then where did you say you exit? Do you exit at the top of the previous candle or something?
Yeah, so yeah, well, you gonna make this a strat class. I guess we're gonna talk about the strat. We ain't gonna talk about no pattern. I'm joking. We're gonna talk about pattern. Hey, y'all don't take anything that I say serious.
I learn how to make money, man. That's it.
Yeah, bro, you good. That's what I was about to say, bro. Don't take me serious. I be joking, bro. I just be having fun.
I'm cool.
Right, so look, yeah, bro. Don't look, anybody, I promise you, if you I don't even know what mad is. I'd be too happy to be mad. Let me delete all this stuff. All right, so look, bro. I just be popping shit. I'm gonna show you exactly how to do it. All right. So what we're gonna do is we're on a 1 minute chart, right? You can do it this way, like by putting alerts, right at the top and the bottom of the wicks. And then I'm gonna give you a cheat code. You see how you put it right at the bottom of the wick? Moody not gonna do that. Moody gonna put it like right there. I need time, baby, right? To go get my contracts ready, right? So save. I want to know before it triggers, so I could be like, okay, we're going for puts. All right, let me get my contracts ready. Start looking at the chart, like, ooh, I like this, right? But to answer your question, my bad, bro. The one, I'm gonna just repeat what the one is an inside bar and it's consolidating, right? We do not trade the one, right? On any strat, look, I'm gonna show you the cheat code. Ones, right? There's only how many are there, Moody? 2. There should only be 2. Yeah, the 2-1-2 and the 3-1-2s. Reversal patterns and continuations, but we're just going to talk reversal right now. Reversal patterns, when you're looking at reversals, you're only going to see, if you're trying to trade a 1, it's only going to be a 2-1-2 or it's going to be a 3-1-2. Don't even worry about the 3-2-2. I'll teach you how to trade this. If you learn how to trade the 3-2-2, you know how to trade the 2-2. Right, so let me go back to charts. Bam. So, all right, now that we've seen this one, we don't trade the one, right? Our targets, and I'm gonna just do it the way it's going. It's going to the bottom side, so we're not even gonna do calls. We're just gonna do puts. I just don't like to cheat. I like to tell people both ways. So our entry, let's delete this nasty stuff that I don't want to delete, is right here. 279.79. We're not going to move it perfectly. So the real entry, dang, I did that perfectly. Is right here. 279.79. That is your entry, right? To go down for put your target. Let's go ahead and bark. You know what I'm saying? My dog bark louder than yours. Let's go and mute him though. Your target is going to be right here. We're going to put it red, right? So how you trade this 3-1-2 is we believe that it's going to go down, right? In hindsight, we really don't know because the chart is going to be looking like this, right? And what we saw was a 1 first. We seen this 3. We're like, oh, okay, boom, our setup came because we do a 3-bar setup and it's the 3-1-2 or the 2-1-2. There goes our setup. We really want to get it. We want the puts. So we know we're going to enter any puts. We're going to set up an alert there too at 279.79. Boom. As soon as that triggers, you enter your trade, or if you're an aggressive trader, right? If you're an aggressive trader and you control your emotions, as soon as that 1 right here triggers 2, you enter your trade, right? Or you wait for the retest, right? I spoke about retests all the time. You can definitely go through my channel and you know, well, I believe you know what a retest is. So you'll wait for the retest, and once it wicks back up, you know what I'm saying, coming back down, you go ahead and jump back in. You go ahead and jump in. Your target is going to be down here. It's going to be the bottom of your first bar, right? Look, it's right here. 3-1-2. We're entering puts, right? Because this one is a reversal to the downside. This one is your reversal to the upside, right? Still the same pattern, 3-1-2. We'll talk about colors when we're talking about strat, but we're entering for puts, right? So as soon as we see that 3 and that 1, right, our setup, and we're like, oh, all right, it's closer to going down. So we're going to go for puts, and that's what the chart is telling me. As soon as it hits that entry, 279, you enter in. Your target is your first candle. It's because we're trading to the left. We're always trading to the left. All our targets, all entry points we find to the left, even though the chart is trading itself to the right, right? And that's because we need, so I can make it make sense. The chart is always printing to the right. New candle, new candle, new candle. We're trading to the left. That's the thing. That's the thing that is so amazing about the strat, right? Because it's like, okay, we just got these candles. Okay, now we know this is an entry for calls, there's an entry for puts, but how everything is rocking out, we just opened up right here, right, is giving us higher lows. We see it on the wicks. So once you already know how to trade patterns and things of that nature, it just makes it easier, right? Okay, rejection, and we can't get past that, right? Now we're pushing down. We know it's gonna go down, so go ahead and enter as soon as it gives you that too. Boom, this one obviously gives you your target. It doesn't hit your target, right? It took us some time, right, all the way down here to hit your target, but you do not have to wait for it to hit that line. What is that? 279.30. This came all the way down to 279.35. Are you really gonna argue with 5 cents? So, you know, not everything in life is perfect now, but you know what I mean? The strat kind of perfect. But yeah, I always tell people that. And then another trick, remember when I was like being funny and I was like, you know, I'm gonna set my alert before it breaks the one so I can set up contracts. Another trick that I do, but I stopped doing little tricks as I teach, is because I don't want to confuse people, is that's the bottom of it. I'm gonna take, sometimes I don't go all the way down to the bottom. Right. And then the other trick that I do with my stop loss, right? Because this is why I always do it this way, right? That's your call entry or your put entry. If we went for puts, this is your call, this was your entry for your puts, this is your stop loss. Every single time. Every single time. You see, you ain't even go close to your stop loss. This is why I love the Strat. Right? If we were going for calls and say we entered in and the candles were going up, this is your stop loss, the bottom of this candle, right? So the trick that I was going to show you is my stop loss, I always put it higher. Oops, hold on. Even if it's going to be the top of my wicks on whatever time frame I'm on, I'm always going to put it higher. Why? Because I'm a Strat trader. And you don't see this? Look, 2 down, boom, took out the bottom of the wick. 2 down, took the bottom of the wick. This one, oh, faked me out. Then it went 2 up. It was a reversal and didn't take out the bottom of the wick, but that happens very slim, like right here, how it happened right there. Very slim. Majority of the time, we're about to go ahead and take out the bottom of the targets. If we're going up, we're going to take out the top of the targets. If it's on a bull run, well, I wouldn't say bull run. If it's just on a nice little rally up. Did that answer your question though, bro?
Yes, it did. Thank you.
You're welcome, bro. My bad.
I've been listening to your 4-hour presentation tonight, though.
Dang, yeah, man. My bad. That shit 4 hours. I'm trying to tell y'all in July, I'm gonna break it down. And also, I don't want to say when, but sooner than later, I'm gonna have a course too that I'm gonna put out. And it'll just be strictly on the Strat. And then I'm gonna do other little different things where there'll be individual videos. I know like people like how I teach, but it'll be videos that are structured, tailored just for that, where they won't be long, that I'm literally not answering nobody else's questions, that I'm just like, hey, this is what this pattern is, and this is how you do it, and da 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 da. But
so you don't need indicators if you use a Strat.
Yeah, nah, you don't. I don't use indicators. I just use the RSI because I'm gonna be real with you, it's not on my chart. And I learned the RSI. When I learned how to trade, I had my choice. I was going to choose the MACD or the RSI or the VWAP. And I ain't like all that stuff on my chart, man. And I was like, man, I'll learn about that stuff later. That's too much to learn about, talking about bouncing off of this and bouncing off of that. Look, I be having it up there. And then I learned the EMAs. But if you put any indicator on with the Strat, it's going to get disrespected. Like, look, 3 up, everything. And I'm going to just talk about the pattern we talked about. We went 3 up. People going to say it's going to get shorted right when it hit the top, like, because it did it in the past, and it always done that before. So what I understood by back testing all this stuff, I still need to go back testing because these crosses right here mean something. And not only that, we all know that the crosses mean something, like you can see YouTube videos or content that tells you about that, right? Like golden cross, this and that. But what I've noticed is the gaps in between these little motherfuckers. I'll be watching and I'll be on a 1 minute and I'd be like, oh, that's why it keeps getting shorted. Like, it's these gaps that are in between it as well. This is when they know how to like, yo, let's go. Cause like, if it keeps getting shorted, you see it got shorted, it came down. How did they know to keep buying? And then it bull flag right there. Why? Because what I started noticing these gaps, and when they start getting smaller and smaller and smaller, they break out. The stocks break out wherever they were at. Like right now it's going to break out to the downside, because that's how blue, orange, red, that's how it normally goes. But it seems like it's trying to reverse. It did, and then it failed, but it is going to reverse. Why? Because I don't like looking at that stuff. I'm going to look at the RSI, and the RSI is letting me know we higher highs, we're going to reverse. We're coming to test this. Once we test that, it's the same thing. Look, we test, break, come back down, and we die. That's why I say on a 1 minute, whenever you trade in 1 minute and you go oversold, always sell your position. Take your profit, or you're going to lose your money. It's going to do a bearish divergence. It's going to happen every single time. I've been doing this for a while now, so I just know it's going to do that. But and it's because it's on a 1 minute time frame. Is it like, what is it going to do? Go to my charts now? Like oversold? No, we're staying oversold for the rest of the year. Nah, it's not going to do that. Not on a 1 minute. as soon as it's oversold on the 1 minute, it's gonna drop. It may just take some time, right? Like it just took, as soon as we went oversold right here, yeah, try to bounce, come back up. It did that right there, right? But let's see, it tapped up there at 1532. By the time it came to the median, it was 1542. It was it's not even 10 minutes. You know what I'm saying? And that's quick. Look, run up, run up. Nah, I'm being greedy. I'm being greedy. Head and shoulders right there, like shoulder, head, shoulder, drops, bull flag, breakout, however you want to see it, right? But let's talk about some patterns, but let me answer the rest of y'all questions as well too. Let me just scroll up. Appreciate you dropping my YouTube video, bro. That was love, bro. You didn't even have to do all that. Who was it? What's your name? Jose Sanchez. Sadas. I ain't the best reader. Don't worry about me. Will you chart BE or yeah, I got you. BE or look, I'm gonna give you an opportunity now because you just gave me an opportunity. You said BE or, so that means you asking me to chart one, or does your soul want me to chart both of them? You decide.
Yeah, just one of the others will be fine.
Oh, okay, I would have seen me. I would like do both of them then.
Won't take up all of everybody else's time. Share the knowledge and love.
Oh, it's all good, bro. My time is for the world. That's what Jesus said.
What that like? How is your stuff charted on this?
How is it charted on this?
How do you have the 1 and the 2s on this and you haven't even looked at this book?
Oh, it's because it's like it's not an indicator, but it's in the. Oh, I didn't show you. My bad. Yeah, you got to go watch that YouTube video. But look, go right here. Go to the indicators, right up here, and then you type in Strat, STRAT, and you can use the Strat Assist. I don't use that one. I'm still learning it, but I use the Strat candles open levels because I be trying to cheat and I be wanting my support and resistance to be showing me all this extra stuff about my candles. So yeah. Yep. So you just click this and definitely watch that YouTube. Oh, well, when I just remind me when I'm done charting for you, just remind me and I'll tell you like how to like set it up. But you just click the Strat and then just make sure it's turned on. Like here, I have to do it. Once you type it in and you put it on, it's gonna pop up here. You go to settings. Once you go to settings, you'll go to input. This is gonna be checked. You don't worry about all this stuff unless you just want to start learning on your own. I keep my 15-minute open, right? That's gonna be that you see right there, 15 minutes, 60 minutes. These are your candles opening levels. Exactly what it says is exactly what it is. And anything that you see that says opening level, that means they're trying to trick you, but that means support level, right? You want to come down here, scroll all the way down where it says show Strat candles, and you just want to make sure that you turn those on. Strat scenario 1, Strat scenario 2, or Strat scenario 3, or you can just keep the Strat scenario 2 bar. This is the one that I desire, right? But they're all going to be up here, just like, well, you can place them wherever you want, but this doesn't tell me if it's 2 up or 2 down because I know how to read it, right? But if you don't know how to read it, you can go ahead and click 2 up and 2 down and not this one. And it'll literally put it like 2 up, 2 down, like so you don't get confused.
Okay, I'll play with it tonight.
Yeah, and you just turn those on. Full time frame continuity is something completely different, but you could turn it on. But you're gonna have questions, so just ask me the questions and I'll teach you about it. But whichever time frames you normally use, that's the full time frame continuity that you want to use. So if you know you're normally using like the 5, the 15, the 30, and 60, go ahead and turn that one on. And then you change the colors to your candles for bullish or bearish. Normally it's have its own colors like purple or something like that. Put the colors that you're more familiar of being money to you, like for calls, and for puts being, you know, like stop or red psychologically, so you don't trick your mind. And then it normally is a whole bunch of, not a whole bunch of other stuff, but that's how you do it. And
that's in your video, right?
Yeah, it's definitely in the video.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's in the video, like it's in like a whole bunch of my videos.
Did it at mark 245 probably? I'm just kidding.
You made me laugh, bro. You funny. All right, so I need to chart BE. How you want me to chart it? Let me stop playing.
We're looking at the daily right now. Where it ended under it dropped back down.
Oh, I'm about to chart it so quick. You good? Like, is so many different ways I can chart it, but I'm just gonna tell you what you should do, and that's it. I'm just gonna use the Strat. I ain't charting nothing else. And I'm letting you see it live. I love doing it live, so you can learn yourself.
Yeah, now see 18 where you put it was one. So crazy enough, I was looking at 20. I was looking at started a 4 hour, looked at a 1 hour, 30, doing like the quarters of them. And I was gonna do a call for a 20, but just looking at the candles, then I saw a reversal coming, which I'm glad I didn't because it dropped back down. It never broke over that 16, 18. And I'm seeing it's back at 16 now. So
dang, you talk fast as hell.
Do I you talk?
Yeah, I do. I be noticing. I be trying to slow myself down. Yeah, you talk fast. Sound like you from up north or something.
Still on a day chart.
Yeah, I'm on a day chart. So I'm just trying to face it a little bit more so the entries would be a little tighter. So the white lines are always going to be your entries. Red lines are your put targets. Green are your green are your call targets. I just want to check weekly real quick. I just want to see the stop. This don't move. $1.58. All right, just don't get faked out. You already moved.
Oh no, when it was moving like all time earlier in the year. So I got out of everything and was able to win on all the trades that I did there. But
no, this is a good stop. What I'm saying is don't stay in the trade too long.
Oh, don't stay in it. Yeah, no, definitely, because it's very slow or it just fakes you out too much.
Yeah, this is a weekly chart I'm on. And this any candle I'm going on, what I'm looking at is right here. Is this number right here. That was like it fell $2.55, right? Of course it fell a little more than $2.55. No, it didn't. Like, yeah, it did. But the wicks will tell you that. But I'm not looking at the highs and lows to try to figure that out. I just want to know what the change was throughout that week.
How drastic.
Yeah, it was only $2 change, and that's a week. You feel me? These weeks was like $11 off of this PMG, but that's not to say that that's gonna happen every single time when you see a PMG that was on right here and it didn't really happen. You see like these big candles, these big moves, you gotta like really understand what happened on that week. Now I'm saying we could have been in a bull run. Something could have happened, right? That it really made it run the way it did. But this is still, just because I'm saying that, this is still a good stop, and it's energy as well. So I'm a
energy, yeah.
It's the fact that I wanted to see what does it move a week, right? Because
and so like I normally I'm playing like smaller times on these just so I can catch a pop and then just get out.
So now that I did what I did, I don't even want to chart it on a daily. And it's just because it don't move like that. Right. So look, let me explain that so everybody else understand. Just because I know it don't move like that, it's just a simple fact that I know that it can reach the high of this, right? And you're gonna go for calls and it could reverse right back down. That's what normally happens. Once we break highs, we reverse back down to go back to a support to make sure that we are wanting to continue up. We respect that support and we break more highs and come back down to the support again, and then we break more highs. Well, I can still chart.
How far out would you chart your support? Because I don't, like I said, I'm not. I'll look at the monthlies or like a week just to kind of see how it's looking, but I won't chart my support that far out. I'll look at like the most recent level and then place my there.
I don't even want to confuse you, so I'm gonna just say I don't chart support and resistance really.
Okay.
Because I just don't believe in it. I'm just.
But you're also using the Strat stuff, so you already have that going on.
You know.
Okay, I got you.
They gonna look at me like support and resistance. What is that?
I got you.
So targets, right? But to just answer your question, like support, because I'm gonna still use that terminology. So you can understand how easy support and resistance is literally the open, like when you're talking smaller time frames, like even 5 minutes, is literally the opening of that candle. Literally.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? In the Strat world, right? Or like, and this is why I say the opening of the candle. You see how I'm looking at this opening of the candle, right? I'm gonna just put it on that one. Why the heck is all these candles bouncing off of there, but that's not support? You know what I'm saying? To me, it's a target, but it's just, that's what I've always understood about any candles. Like, look, this candle, you want to find the support, just draw a line right under it. And you'll see how it is support. It just was resistance at one point. Boom, resistance. You see it?
Your lines, you're going by the body and not the wick.
Yeah. Yup. Oh, I'm sorry I didn't. Yeah. When it comes to that's why, man, I'm trying to stay focused on whatever I'm trying to teach. When it goes to the Strat, you always count wicks. When it goes to Moody's, like support and resistance, it's always the body. It's always bodies, never wicks. Wicks are fake outs.
Okay.
But you see, I teach the strat, so I like when I say that, I don't be wanting to sound like I'm contradicting myself because I am. But that's what wicks are. It's just a price action, and wicks are just fake outs.
Will you say that again? With the strat, you count the wicks?
Yeah, with the strat, you count wicks. That's why you seen. Look, I take it to the daily. You see how I just charted it on a smaller time frame? It was completely
Yeah.
than how I did it on the daily. On me looking at it like this is like my this is my entries. Entry for puts, entries for calls, and you see how I use the bottom of the wicks for everything on here? It's because that's where the price is going to stop, right? But as I go into smaller time frames, if I'm talking support and resistance, I'm going to use the bodies of the candles because the wicks are just fake outs, if that makes sense.
You said for smaller time frames, right?
Yeah, or bigger time frames. I'm sorry. Or support and resistance to Moody is always going to be the bodies of candles. Bodies, it don't matter if it's a red or a green candle, it's always going to be the bodies of it. Like even right here, if I draw it here, it's going to be right here. The bottom of the bodies. You see how it's passing the wicks?
Yeah. So that's when you're not using strat, you say?
Yeah, that's like, but I'm always using a strat.
Yeah,
that's just me implementing support and resistance. I'm just not supposed to do that, right? If I'm following all the rules to the strat.
Right.
And I'm always going to speak and say the full totality, because as you learn this, then you're going to be like, yo, Moody, why the heck you do that? Then you'll be like, yo, Moody, I get it. It's because you do support and resistance, you do the strat, and you also trade patterns. Because if you're just a strat trader, you will not do that.
You're not even looking at where to back and pick up the liquidity, like saying, okay, the whale's got to come back and get this, and I'm going from there when you're using the strat.
You said what? Say that again?
When you use strat, you're not even looking at like the liquidity aspect of like, okay, the whale's got to come back and pick this up. Or
The candles are telling me all of that.
Wow. Okay.
So the beautiful thing about the strat, like, all right, let's say anybody, even me, say we want to chart and stuff like that, you're going to start charting patterns and stuff like, oh, dang, that was the wrong thing. Like I see a falling wedge right here, right? You're going to start charting like patterns and stuff of that nature, right? Or channels, anything that you want to call it. Me, if I'm just trading a strat, I'm not doing, and it's not, I'm always trading a strat. Even it's just I'm implementing everything else that I've known, right? Or that I've learned. But when you're looking at the strat, the candlesticks and these numbers, and even if you don't have the numbers, once you learn the numbers, you're gonna start trading the strat, and you're not even. But the strat is literally telling us where price is going right now. The pattern is not. Look, it bull flag right here. Watch me disrespect this pattern. And I ain't drawing it perfect. Don't judge me. But see, now I want it a little further. Oh, well, whatever. So we got the pole right here, right? Pole, got the flag. So when you get a pole, you're thinking about the flag, hurry up, and like even right here, this was your pole, flag right here, this broke out. That could have been the bull flag breakout, right? But then you got another candle on a 5 minute and it's still inside of the channel, right? But if you was trading the strat, you automatically understand, like, if this is in a channel and I'm taking a strat, I don't even got to try to draw my broad information. It's the bottom of the channel. Take it for a reversal back up, because the strat is just gonna, that's how it's gonna play out. You're gonna start noticing these patterns. And the thing is, price, like, this is why I want to teach the strat, because I know that this is what I'm doing all the time. What was I gonna say then? It just left my mind. Price can only, these candlesticks can only do three things. So once you learn that, you start caring less about patterns or anything. You just care about what's my next candle, right? Because I have the strat combo sheet, and the price can only go 2 up, 2 down, or 3 bar. It can only do a 1, 2, or 3. Inside, consolidate, 3 bar, break the high and a low, or 2 bar, pick a direction and go 2 up, 2 up, 2 up, or 2 down, 2 down, 2 down. Make sense?
Yeah, that works. And I definitely want to go over these videos and study the strat more, because I'm really focusing on the patterns versus more what the candles are doing.
Yeah, I feel you. I promise you, man. Like, once it clicks for you, you it's gonna be beastie. And the thing that's so beautiful about the strat If you like patterns, like I like patterns, 2, 1, 2. That is a morning star. Let me pull it up because we're talking about patterns. Oops. Oh man, I told you I can't spell. Morning star pattern is a 3-bar setup, which is the strat. 2 down. This is a 2 down, 2 up, 2 reversal inside of a morning star. Or this could have been a 3-bar. It's still a 2 down. 3, 2, 2. Check it out. 3, 2, 2. It just all start clicking. Once you take your time and you learn each individual one and things of that nature, it'll start clicking. You'll start seeing like, whoa, look, morning star. It's just labeled morning star, evening star. On my chart, it's labeled 3, 2, 2 reversal.
It seems like it simplifies it. You don't have to know the patterns, you just have to know the numbers, the combination.
Yup. Big facts, bro. You just gotta understand the numbers.
That's it.
Yup. Jordan be like, me and him, we're always talking about charts, right? And like I wish y'all was up at 4 o'clock in the morning, like when D-Wiz was going crazy and I was trading Bitcoin, and I was like, man, I told everybody that SPY would have potentially gapped up, but if they listened to me, I didn't say all this, but this is what was going through my head. At like 4, 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm like, man, if they listen to me and they watching Bitcoin, and they just seen how Bitcoin just broke and we're at 19,000, that means gap down on SPY. Man, I woke up SPY like $6, $7 down. I'm like, Jesus, this information is vital. But yeah, you're 100% correct, bro. All this does is just simplify it. And once you learn the strat, if you know anything about patterns or anything, you're just gonna start seeing 2, 2 reversal, bull flag. You know what I'm saying? Morning stars. And that's why I always talk about bull flags, morning stars, and evening stars, because ew. Oh, I did turn that on. You see how I be feeling about indicators? I'll be like, ew. They just bother me. They're just lagging, and the RSI lags, right? But it's the only, I learned how to trade the RSI. So it's just like, I'm not going to go to another indicator. I'm not going to switch up my trading strategy. Like, it works for me. I'll learn more things and implement more things into the strat, into the things that I do, but I'm not going to switch up my trading strategy.
You just use those for confirmation. That's it.
Say it again.
So you just use the indicator for confirmation, nothing else.
What indicator?
The RSI. I mean,
Yes.
you just use it for confirmation.
Yeah, I just use it for confirmation. I use it because I know how to trade it on a 1-minute chart. I know how to always buy down here and not be scared, right? And or just understand that I may need I may need time expiration, like being 2 weeks, possibly 3 weeks, just so if it wants to consolidate down there for a little while before it pops, like how it did right there, you know what I'm saying? Or trying to do this and then fall a little bit more and scare you out your trade. Like, I know it's going to come right back up because it's on a 1-minute chart. It has to go from oversold to the median to overbought. It has to do it. Like, it does it all day, every day, right? So since I've traded it so much, and I still back test it to this day, even though like I know it works. That's why I use the RSI, and I know how to understand that if it's breaking right here, like, look, since the market's closed, you're gonna be able to see it like on a 1-minute, it's almost about to break right there. So if you take it to the 3-minute, it's close, right? So I'll take it to the 5-minute. That means I got a little bit more room on my 5-minute, right? Because it just lagged down to go up, right? And hit the resistance of the 60-minute. So I implement this. It's going with my strat. Everything that I'm doing is going with my strat.
Hey, Moody, can you show a machine gun on this chart right now if you can?
Yeah.
I'm still getting kind of confused. I'm looking at this same chart you got up. But on that chart you on right now, is there a machine gun thing going on right now on that chart you was just looking at?
Yeah, you want to see a machine gun, bro? So I'm gonna just pull up a couple of machine guns.
Talking about the PMG?
Yeah, he's talking
machine gun or whatever it's called.
No, yeah. So my bad. I need a chart BE and another one. I'm gonna go back to it. But yeah, PMG right here. So it's just series of higher highs and lower lows. Sorry, series of higher lows, right? Depending on how you're seeing them, and I'll just find a couple of them and just draw them out so you can be able to see them. One right there, one right there. And this is the well, it's not that candle. These candles should have did it, but it didn't do it. But all this is still a PMG. It just it's activated at the moment. And look, and I'll show you, it's just I'm on a 1 minute chart. So I know that that's a PMG, just like this is a PMG, that's a PMG. But check it out. So we go to 15 minute, you probably see a little better. No, go to hour, probably see a little better. Yeah, it's there, but I got too many lines. That's a PMG right there. Series of higher lows or lower highs, right? Depending if you're going up or if you're going down. Let me see if I can see one on a daily.
I thought it was like a big candle taking out something.
It's one big candle taking it all out, but I'm just showing you what PMGs are. But you want to see it that way with just one candle, it's going to be like this.
I'm trying to understand.
Yeah, but it's not, I'm trying to show you what a PMG is so you don't just get faked out. It's always going to be one candle. Sometimes it's two candles, but you see how you got a series of higher lows right here? The candles are lower and lower. This one candle takes it all out. Boom. Right? And now that I know how you want to see them, I'll find them just like that to explain them. Because they're not just like that. It's like this picture that you're going to see, how it explains it. PMG. Boom, one candle takes it all out. So what I'm doing is giving you my experience of trading the strat. That's
so
what
happens. So you said a different time frame, and like you was showing me on a different time frame, a bunch of lower lows, but it was all that one candle. That what you're saying?
Say that one more time. So
all them lower lows you were showing me on a different time frame, it was just really one candle. That was you trying to do.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. It was just since I was on a bigger time frame, like right here, these that I had when I did it right here. So I don't mix myself up. Let me just. Oh, I had deleted it. This is a new one that I drew. I remember now. But like this is still a PMG right here, right? All that is a PMG. So, but I'm on a 5 minute time frame. I made it yellow like this, the lows and the highs, so you can see on a different time frame. If I was taking it to the 30 minute, you're still seeing it perfectly. You see it?
Okay.
It's just on a bigger time, on a smaller time frame. It just looks a little more choppier. Like I'll take it back to the 5 minutes so I can explain it. You see how all of these are those big candles, like how you're seeing it like this right here on the 30 minute or whatever time frame I was just on. Yeah. And a couple of lines, that's what you're seeing on a bigger time frame. But ooh, look, it's breaking. But all of this is part of the PMG. All of these lines right here. The only thing is you have more lines on a smaller time frame. And that's why you'll see more lines on my chart sometimes, right? But if we was to take it back to the 30, you'll see it's just like this. It's like not so many lines, and you can see, oh, it's just the high of that one, the high of that one, right? I didn't put an extra line there because it's basically like the high of that one, right? That candle, these two candles, and that candle. That's the rest of your PMG, right? So if I was to find a PMG on a 30 minute, watch this. And you want to see it with one candle taking it all out, it's right here. Bull flags are PMGs. Because this is a bull flag. Pole, flag, PMG. These are all your little targets. See, but this time a few candles took it all out, right? Or this one big candle, let's go see what it took out. See, it was a PMG over here as well. You see it? Oh my God, that was beautiful. And sometimes they hide. You see this one big candle? This took out, and we're gonna make it a different color. So you can see this. Let's make these orange. Let's make it bigger. It's all these higher lows. All right, now let's take it back to this green candle. You see, you would have not saw that just by going to these targets. That's why in the Strat world, I chart from bigger time frames. Because if I would have did this on a bigger time frame, I would have caught that whole P. Look at this. Look, the PMG right there. Boom, boom. These small candles took it. You want one big candle to take it, but it took that PMG behind it, behind that minimum PMG, right? If we go to a daily and we draw, not that perfect.
It's D-Wiz, bro.
Yeah.
When you get a chance, pull up Bitcoin on the 1 hour. It's a PMG that just got taken out.
Ooh! Stop playing with me. Why did it stop at this? Stop showing off with me. Yeah, that is a PMG right there. I really don't want to mark. I really don't want to mark up Bitcoin. I just gotta do whatever lines I put. All right, so this is your PMG right here. Bow, 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 and then you have to go to a smaller time frame to get the rest of all these smaller targets in there, or you'll just have to take this target. But what time frame did you say you seen this on?
Hey, Moody.
On the 1 hour.
Oh, that was the 1 hour.
Hey, Moody,
you can probably see it clear though.
Yeah, I did. What somebody was saying something?
Yeah, so all the lines you're creating, you're saying those are your price targets, right? So is that where you're cutting contracts at each line, or are you like moving up a trailing stop loss? Like how would you play that move right there that ate up all those candles?
That's a good question. All right, so it all depends on what my starting position was. So, and it all depends if I was trying to scout this. Like if I'm on an hourly time frame, I'm not trying to scout something, right? I'm either day trading or swinging it. But say for instance, like I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? Now with having 7 lines right there, if I bought if we're talking options, if I bought 20 contracts, I probably did like, it just depends on how I feel. I could have trimmed 10, like off of 20, I could have trimmed 10, then I could have trimmed 5, then I could have trimmed 5. You know what I'm saying? So I would have not got all of those lines. It just depends on how brave I was I'm just trying to be as honest as I can. It just depends on how brave I was when I entered the trade. If it was like, if I'm putting up $2,500 on an option trade, and it just depends if it's SPY or if it's Bank of America, whatever the case may be. If it's like Bank of America, DBX, I'm gonna be able to get a shitload of contracts, like, you know what I'm saying, 50 to close to 100 contracts, depending on how much it costs, if it's $25 or under, right? So it just really depends on how many contracts I get. But yes, these are my price targets, right? But when I'm trading, and I'm trading myself and stuff of that nature, I give myself like real price targets. Like looking at all of these, I ain't gonna cap, this would have been my last trim right here. Even if I want to lie and be like, oh, I would have took this, me just knowing my emotions, as soon as this candle would have got to this resistance, I would have been like, nah, let me just go ahead and take all my profits, because I know we could get to this resistance and it could return, it could go right back down. And I know that I'm looking at Bitcoin, and Bitcoin moves fast. So I know like, oh, let me go ahead and take some profits right then and there. But if I'm swinging, like right now, I ain't gonna cap, bro. I'm swinging Bitcoin to the downside. Anything that I'm going to like swing for a long time is going to be to the downside. I may swing some calls on cryptocurrency, but it's going to be maybe for like a week or half a week or something like that, just to catch the little run up. But I missed this run up. Does that make sense, or do I need to explain it?
No, that makes a lot of sense, man. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. I guess I'm gonna just continue to just like answer questions and just talk, and I'll just pull up random patterns, because it's not like I didn't kind of like stay on topic. I never do. I apologize. I'll be trying. Let me go to the chat real quick.
I have a question, please, Moody.
What's up? Let me lead a chat.
I wanted to ask, right, if you was day trading, what time frame do you look at to see like if to day trade something? Because I realized I missed QQQ and SPY, like, not, was it yesterday or day before, where it was clean all day going down, and I missed that. So how would you do it? Like while you're trading in the morning or so, to see if you're gonna swing something, or day trade it?
Okay, well, I don't know how I can't speak in your accent. That's so fire. Where you from, London?
Yes.
That is so fire, man. I can't wait to take my mom to London.
That would be nice.
Yeah, it will. The Most High is gonna make that happen. But dang, your accent was dope. To answer your question, before I answer your question, may I ask you a question?
Mm-hmm.
What is your definition, or what does your mind frame think of when you said day trading? What does day trading mean to you? Like when you day trade, are you wanting to hold the contracts? When you day trade, do you have the mindset of I'm not holding these contracts the whole day, maybe for an hour or 30 minutes?
No, longer than that, like for nearly the day, yeah. Depending on obviously how the market's going, but I realized like the other day, on QQQ or SPY, it was a clean drop. And when I looked at it, not yesterday, the day before, was it? When I look back at it, like, oh my gosh, I missed that. Like, you know what I mean? And everyone, like loads of people I know made money off it, like kept it for the whole day.
Yeah. It was just so I could be able to help you with the time frames, because I know I always tell people I don't really like telling people what time frames to use and stuff like that. I do give suggestions, but
no, because sometimes I realize our whole contracts may be too long.
Yeah. Yeah. So I was about to help you. So a day trader, to me, I could be wrong, but I day trade. For me, a day trader is gonna hold a trade maybe for 30 minutes to possibly 2 hours the max. Maybe an hour. And the reason I say that is like taking it over to an hourly chart. Like let's see what looks logical. This 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hour run up. Does that normally happen? 1, 2, does it happen that much, or do we end up consolidating a lot? Depending on the chart that you're looking. And that's why I said the max maybe 2 hours on a day trade, right? Because after you continue to break highs and you're day trading, you have to understand it has to come back down. Even right here, broke highs, kept going. Right here, tweezed the top, came down, consolidated for a little bit. Right here is a 2 down, but on a bigger time frame, that is an inside bar, because both of these bars, this red and this green, has not broken this 2 right here, right? Like here, let me just put this line down here so you can see it, and then put this line right here so you can see it. You can see that, oh, I'm sorry, I put the line wrong. And look, I'm gonna put this blue one, this green one did not break this bar yet, right? So run up, comes back down to a support, runs up, breaks this resistance, which are targets, breaks it, comes right back down to the support that it came back down to test it, gap up. Let's test this. Are we gonna hold this price? We're holding a little bit. Pin bars, y'all don't seem that strong, because this is strong. This is just recovery. Pin bars are recoveries. All these wicks on the bottom is letting you know that we went down there and they didn't want to stay down there and it recovered, right? But when you see stuff like this, they're strong. They have an army behind them. It's not, what I'm saying? They got Trump back there. They got Biden. They got goddamn the Russian guy. They got them all. We all united. You know what I'm saying? That's that. You see, like how you seeing it like that, that's that. And then it got smaller. It's like losing volume. It's like, oh, a whole bunch of people died out or took profits. Oh my God, what's going on? And now it's consolidating, trying to figure out what's going to happen, because a lot of money just left the market or rotated into a different market, if that makes sense. So the reason I asked you that question, so I can help you with the time frame. If you're day trading, see, like you gave me another gem to be able to help you, which is that you're holding trades too long. So I would tell you to focus on the 5 and the 15 minute, right? Because you're holding trades way too long. And the reason I say that is because even on a 15 minute or 5 minute, think of holding trades. When you jump in them, think of holding trades no longer than 30 minutes.
Okay.
Because on a 15-minute chart, in 30 minutes, if you jumped in right here, you got profit. You know what I'm saying? You could even say 45 minutes, because you could correlate the 15 minute with the 45 minute, right? Because they're both odd numbers. right? So 45 minutes, 15 minutes to the 5 minute, you can go that way. But I would definitely say, even day trading, especially scalping, for me, I'm gonna say 1 minute on 1 minute time frame for scalping, right? Just being honest, because that's what I would do, or 3 minute. 3 minute is a little it doesn't mess with your psyche so much, but 5 minute and a 15 minute won't hurt your psyche as much, and you'll be able to identify patterns, rising wedges, because they're all the patterns are happening on smaller time frames. When you see them on bigger time frames, you already missed the play. So did that answer your question?
Yeah, it does, because even you saying like 30 minutes and don't hold it too long. Yes. Another question real quick, right? See, like when you enter, right? Do you like, could I play off the 1 minute too? But loads of people was like, oh no, you shouldn't be really playing off the 1 minute. Everyone I hear saying the 5 minutes, the 5 minutes, the 5 minutes, right? Do you enter mostly on the 1 minute or the 5 minutes?
Me?
What do you think is a better entry, like for the get the volume? Because I realize sometimes when I look at like the 1 minute compared to the 5 minute, like like on one of the charts, it ain't broke the resistance yet. You know what I mean? When I'm trading like that too.
Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm gonna tell you the God honest truth. Me, I'm trying to enter on a 5 minute, or I'm trying to enter on a 15 minute. But the thing is, I'm sorry, I lied. I lied. Ooh, liar. I'm entering on a 1 minute, but I'm finding my setups on a 5 or a 15 minute, right? So like, say if I'm on a 5 minute and I like this 2-2 reversal, right? And I see we went 2 down and we're past like 50%. I do a lot of different things when I'm trading, and we're like past this 50% retracement of this candle, right? And best thing I could do is, let me just take this whole thing right here. I'm on a 5 minute and say I want to enter in at the break of this candle, right? But we're looking at this live candle and it's growing, and that's my entry point. I'm going straight, and it say this is my setup, right? And it is my setup. I'm going straight to a 1 minute. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, all right, cool. And look, this is why I use the ray, because it's gonna stop right there. I didn't even have to use all this. Now this is gonna show me another setup, right? So I'm gonna be like, oh, okay, cool. It's giving me a 2-2 reversal. This is what I'm seeing. That's why it's like 50% of retracement. Oh, a breakout. All right, cool. I'm gonna go ahead and take this 2-2. It's not a 2-2 revert. Let me see. Is it 2 down? No, it's not a 2-2 reversal. It's a 2-2 continuation, because this went 2 down. This was the 2-2 reversal. This is the 2-2 continuation, right? So right here, I would have tried to take that trade as I was looking at it, just because I know we just broke a resistance, and I'm like, all right, cool. I'm gonna get past my entry, but I know that this is gonna trigger. So I know on my 5 minute, when this triggers, I know that this is gonna go up and it's gonna go down, because that's what happens when it triggers. It triggers, it holds price, or it triggers and it comes down and then it breaks out, right? So I'm entering, to be honest with you, on a 1 minute chart, but I'm finding all my setups on a 5 minute and a 15 minute, because bigger time frames, bigger confirmation, right? But I'm day trading and I'm scalping, so I can't focus on the daily chart or the hour or the 4 hour, but I will chart. I will definitely go there, right, on that day and chart and find targets. You know what I'm saying? Because when you mark them up on a bigger time frame and you go smaller, that's still your targets. Like, look, this is the best thing I can do. Throw me a stock, CVS. Hourly. Let's just go to the daily, so you can see that it's gonna add up. So say I want this target, right? And I want this target too. Watch how I know the strat though. You don't even know that that's a target on a smaller time frame, but I already know it is, right? Because that's the opening of the candle. So, and let's just say we're gonna do all this from a bigger time frame, and this is gonna be my entry, the white line. We're gonna find all of this. Dang, I can't do it that way. Shoot. I'm gonna just show you. The reason I say I can't do it that way is because the market's not open, so it's not gonna show me no live candles over here. But let me see if I can still explain it. Yeah, I can, because I did it all the way back here. On a smaller
just
time
do it one day back.
Huh?
Just do it one day back so we can see how it plays out.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, bro. Appreciate you. All right, let's do it like that. My man, you deserve a cookie.
You can send it.
I like you. He's open to receive. Just send me your address or something. I don't know. I'll figure out some cookies to send you, bro. So this is the 312 setup, right? And this, I'm not even gonna do calls. I'm gonna just do for puts. So we want to enter in right here. And this is gonna be good because this was a gap down, then test to get your entry to go back down. So we're gonna enter in right here. And then we also want to get some of this PMG, right? Bow, first target, red. And look, and I'm gonna still, and this is how I would do it, even though it didn't play out all the way to the bottom, right? And it possibly will play out tomorrow. So now that we did that, I just want to show how nice I am with it. Before I go to smaller time frame, since we entered in right here, this would have been a target as well, but it messed up that target because this opened up like that. So let's not do that. But we're gonna take this target. Oh, I hope that was right. Let's go to the hour. Let me see if it hit. Yes. Was that the opening? Oh, almost. All right, so we're gonna take this down to a 5-minute chart. And this is gonna be our entry, right? Right here, this is our entry when the market opens. So let's make sure the 29th. All right, boom, 30th is gonna be right here. So this was our gap down. This is our entry. Soon as the market opened, it messed up your setup because it was down here and it took out those targets that I drew. And before I do that, I'm sorry. No, I ain't gonna do that. I'll show y'all that some other time. So look, boom, we missed our entry. It came all the way down. So what you'll do is it took out these targets, right? So you're gonna have new targets. So the reason you're gonna have new targets is because you're seeing all these new candles and they're running back through this, right? So now that we know that these targets got eliminated, we're gonna delete those because in the strat world, they're not there no more. They already got taken out. And that's why you see it get taken out and reverse back up. This one never got taken out, right? So now we still want this entry. So the first 5 minutes, this is why I say, don't trade the first 30 minutes of the market if you don't know how to read candlesticks. As soon as we go down, we reverse back up, right? And I'm gonna talk about the strat. So let's talk strat. We go down, we get a 2 down, we get a 3 back up, right? That's not a reversal, right? It's a reversal on a smaller time frame because 2-3 is not a strat pattern. On a smaller time frame, you will find the strat pattern, right? Get 3 bar up, 2 up. Now this is a strat pattern, 3, 2, 2 up. The 2 up is starting to fail because it's a red and it's coming down, right? And we also know it's getting to our entry, right? From yesterday where we found that entry. So now it's gonna come test it. Bull flag, pole flag, right? Let me draw it out because this is supposed to be, oops. We're gonna delete that in a second. Let's make this yellow so we can see the bull flag, right? Flag, bull flag, breakout, starts flagging, breaks out, hits your entry again for puts. Don't get confused thinking that is a call entry. So what you want to do is you can be aggressive and enter now, right? And on a bigger time frame, it's not going to look like this. And this is why I say you could be aggressive or you can wait for the retest. So this is another bull flag. Let me just draw them out so you can see. Pole, flag, right? This 3 bars the breakout, the retest, right? Because it's flagging and you can see how it's testing RSI, right? Boom, we break out. Once it breaks out, you got your 3, 2, 2 reversal, right? Right here. 3 up, 2 up, but it's failing, 2 down, right? You could have entered in, right? Ooh, dang, everybody all in the chat. I'm gonna go back in there in a second. So now this is how you find your way back in if you don't want to just use your entry point and like, oh, I'm gonna just take it when we break again, or I'm gonna take it when we're under it again, right? Because now we know we break highs and then we come back down to revisit a support level, right? So this was your new entry right here. 3, 2, the bottom of this 2. We're gonna leave it red so we can know that. That was your new entry, right? If you're using the Strat, it went 2 up. As soon as you seen this live candle, you don't look at this candle. That's just your entry. When the next 5-minute candle comes out and you see it pushing down and it's a 1 right now, it turns 2 when it breaks that. Once it breaks that and it turns 2, you enter your trade. You could be aggressive, or you could do the retest, right? And this would be a retest, like how it breaks and it starts coming back up and it stops right there. That you could have took any one of those. Or if you were a pattern trader, anytime you see me drawing bull flags like this, that creates a head and shoulders, right? Let me just delete all of this so you can be able to see that. And I'm gonna go a little quicker so you can see how it played out, because I don't know if I'm just dragging it out, but I think y'all appreciate it. All right. Oh, head and shoulders. It's there, but it's not. It's just ugly. I don't really like it. I'll take it back, but I'll show you what I saw. Shoulder, head, shoulder, neckline down here. But I don't like it. It's not there. I'm making it be there, right? And it's good that y'all are able to see that lot. Oh, damn, just deleted everything. Well, we know that this was the new entry. The other entry was like somewhere around there. We could find it on the daily chart again, but that's our new entry, and that's how it played out. Now that you enter, that's gonna bother me. So let me just go find my old entry real quick. You see, that's why I like the Strat. You see how quick that was? And I deleted it, come back. 5 minute, 3, 2, 2 reversal. That's our entry, right? Ugh. That's our entry. And the way it played out, all you'll do too, now you can, I just had to throw this back so I could remember what I was trying to show y'all. You can delete this now because you know that that's your entry. And now you need targets, right? So we know that that's our entry. So we know that this is our target. And let's go ahead and make that red and make this one white so we can know that that was our entry. And we can create more targets. All you do is keep looking back to the left, right? You can try to take this target, but it's basically that same target, right? So I'm gonna just go for that body, make this red, and I'm gonna also go for this, for all of these down here, right? I'm gonna just draw them up and know that they're there and know any gaps that I see between it right here. I'm on a 5-minute time frame. If I wanna get out even quicker of my trade, so you see how down here, how it stops down there, that's a target, right? Let's make that one like that. And it's just because I know these wicks stop right there. So if I take it down to like the 1 minute time frame, let's just see where that one stopped at. Oh, basically at the top of candles. You see, top of the wicks of the candles, and that's where it came down at. But let's go ahead and take it back to a 5-minute time frame, just so I can show you how it played out. So as we entered in right here on the 3-2-2 reversal, your first target was right down here. As you see, it came straight down to your first target. Boom, took it out. And then it started reversing back up, right? But it still came down to take out the rest of those red targets that you drew. This yellow one was just the one that we were saying, but it's still a red target, but we had to find it on a smaller time frame. So I'm gonna take that one out and I'll show you how I find these on a smaller time frame. But you can see, boom, we took out all those targets, but it took longer to take out the rest of the targets, right? Because this move, you would have got it, or let's just say all the way down here, you would have got that move at 11:05. You would have been out your trade, entered in at 10:35. You seen how little bit of time you had from that move, and CVS doesn't move that much, right? And this is why I'm saying day trading and scalping, to be honest, is the same shit. It's the same thing. We just like to use different terminologies. But It's not the same thing, but it's basically the same thing. You have to train yourself to get in your trade and get out your trade. In your trade, out your trade. Why? Because we are trading options. We're not trading stocks, right? Stocks are completely different. If you're trading stocks, right, and you're trying, and if you're trading stocks, you should be, it's only for calls, right? Because you only make money on the way up, not on the way down, right? Unless you're just dollar costing average and you're trading a different type of strategy. But does that make sense?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna go down to like the 1 minute, and this is.
Are you using extended hours also or no?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
You can always look at somebody's chart and look down here, and you'll see that it'll be on. ETH stands for the session of extended hours.
So you're using some targets can be for after hours or pre-market, right?
Say it again.
The targets that you use, those are from the pre-market also?
No, they're not from the pre-market. They're from
previous day.
No, they're from that same day.
Okay.
Right? Because we were doing previous day because you told me to chart the previous day.
Oh, that's true. That's right. That's right.
But now this is the new day. It's just we went down. So this is important that you actually ask that question because you'll help me explain something. The thing is, with the strat, you see all of these targets right here that I've drawn. Once we took in these targets out, irrelevant. They're not targets anymore. I leave them on my charts because I back tested it, and what I've noticed is that these are levels. Like all these targets after they get taken out, they're levels. They come back and resurface there. Look, all these red ones. This is why I use the ray. This is the target. That's the target. That's the target. These candles right here come and take those out. That's it. They're irrelevant, but those levels will stay there. Look how these candles back up, and look at how they'll play on them. So after they get taken out, you look at them as levels because they go back to those levels every single time perfectly. Look how it stops right there. That was a target, remember? But that target already got taken out by this candle. So this target that it was taken out this time was the bottom of these wicks. And once you start learning the strat, you start understanding that and be like, oh, okay, got it. So if I was just day trading, you know what I'm saying? And now I'm trying to jump back in my trade, I got to delete all this and be like, oh, okay, cool. These are the new targets. See?
Your win-loss rate must be incredible using the strat.
Yeah, I ain't gonna cap. Yeah. I don't like to talk. I don't like to. Because sometimes, man, we just human, you know, you start feeling your ego, your pride, you know what I'm saying? You want to start popping shit. But yeah, bro, I do very well for myself.
Yeah.
You deserve to cock off a little bit, Moody. You deserve it.
That's right.
But I got a quick question for you. Can you please go over drawing broadening formations, because I'm having such a hard time with that.
Yeah. What time frame are you doing it on? So I can teach you on that time frame. Because me, I use broadening formations. I normally just see them with my eyes a lot more now, but I like to draw them on bigger time frames, and I play broadening formations on bigger time frames. I don't try to scout broadening formations.
Well, I like the 30-minute and the 15-minute, but the 30-minute I like it for the strat.
Right. So when you're looking at broadening formations, so 3 bars create broadening formations, right? But what I've learned and taught myself, well, no, I actually learned that because I remember I taught myself, I started doing it, but then I watched the Sarah Sniper video and I seen her do it, and I was like, oh snap! So I don't have to draw them on 3 bars, right? Because this is where I would get confused. I will see a 3 bar, right, and I would quickly want to start drawing a broadening formation, right? And I'd be like, all right,
that's what I would do.
Yeah, and I'd be like, I'm not even gonna use this because this is hindsight. I'm gonna just use this one, right? Because I'll see a couple of them start coming, and I'll be like, all right, cool. I don't got no lower low, so I'm gonna just connect it. Even though it's doing it like that, I'm connecting it to the bottom of this candle right here, right? I'll see that, like, man, it's never like working out for me, and then it broke the broadening formation. It was a PMG here, and that's because you don't have to draw them on the 3 bar, right? You're just drawing them from a higher high, right? So hindsight, I'm gonna use it and cheat and use that hindsight because that's the broadening formation. And you just connect it to a lower low, right? From that low to this low. But then you know that we have another low, but look how that low connected that low, right? So I'm gonna take my bar and I'm gonna just connect it right here. So now that we're on a 30-minute, we also know that this is our broadening formation, for CDS on a 30-minute chart, right? And you see how it created a 3-bar here. So it's starting to create more broadening formations, but we also know that we're on the bottom of the broadening formation, right? We're not in the middle of the range, right? So we know that we can go back up. So another thing that you'll do, what was the other time frame you used?
15, but hold on 1 second.
What's
So you're saying that I'm gonna have to wait before I draw my broadening formation when the 3 hits. I have to wait for another high.
Yes, that's what I do.
Okay.
Because I'm not trying to get like me. If I'm just trying to draw, like if I'm doing it on a smaller time frame, that's what I would do. And on a bigger time frame, you don't have to do that because you're going to draw from a weekly or daily, and those don't move that fast, right? So long story short, me, I like to. You could even I would have even waited for this high, right? But like I said, it would have faked me out. But even if I would have put it to that high, it wouldn't fake. Yes, it would have faked you out crazy, right?
You would have moved it once that other high came. You would have moved it over there.
Yeah, absolutely. But on this time frame, if I do it on the 30, I will only move it on the 30. I won't move this on the these. That's why I was like, what's the next time frame you use? And you said 15. So I go to the 15. The 15 is going to correlate too perfect with the 30. But like, if you want to find another broadening formation, you'll pick this bad boy up, right? And stop looking at all of that. And you'll take this high. There's not another high right there. So I'm going to take the inside bar. And the only reason this time I'm gonna teach you now, I know I'm going from this high to that high, but that's not a high to a high, that's a high to a low. But I'm gonna take this inside bar and do it off of that. I understand that I can be using it from there, but it's just not gonna look how I want it, right? And then I'm gonna just take this one and put it down here. And then I'm gonna also change the colors. Because if I'm gonna leave it on my chart, I wanna understand that that's that broadening formation, the 15-minute, and this yellow one is my 30-minute broadening formation, and I want to get back over it, but I have to break over this broadening formation, right? So then if you take it down to your 3-minute.
Wait, one second. If you go back, I gotta understand. I mean, I watch so many videos on it and I still don't get it. But why is it that you went, because there's no 3 over there in the 15. So why is it that you went and you picked that particular low?
That's I'm gonna tell you, that's gonna come with experience. I already know. I trust me. It makes me amazed when people ask me that, and I'd be like, "Damn, I remember when I was trying to figure that shit out."
Because it's hard. That's the hardest part of the
No. That's the trick. Don't tell yourself it's hard. Tell yourself it's easy. So just remember what I keep telling you. It's just dragging it from a high to another high. And the thing is, so I should tell you this. The reason I see them with my eyes is because I'm looking for a triangle. I'm looking for that already. Like if I'm thinking broadening formations, like look, I'll delete it. I'll go over to a daily chart. I'm just looking for a triangle, right? Right here, don't really have a nice broadening formation. So you know what I'm gonna do? And it's there, it's taking me to try to find it. I'm gonna go to monthly because I'm not about to stress my eyes out, because once you do it on a bigger time frame, you're gonna find it on a smaller time frame even better. I don't like that setup. Let me see something. I even do this with 5. I don't have a lower low. Like, and what I'm saying is because I'm going off of the newer candles, right? But this is all you start doing. Like when you don't get it, do stuff like this. Boom. I know I just rejected that one, but it's gonna help me. It's gonna help me later, right? So now that I did that right there, this is what I used to start doing. Like when I just didn't understand, and I'd be like, nah, this is way off. But look, I'm gonna teach you how to chart. And this is how you start like learning, because you know it has to go from a higher high. And watch how I'm gonna find this broadening formation. Boom. Now that I did it that way, I'm gonna take this one. And this is another thing I need to teach you. You see how my triangle is not starting like from here like that?
That's what I would have did, yeah.
That's what I used to do too. And then I learned Sarah Sniper. Like I will watch her chart, and I would keep doing this, and I'd be mad as heck because I'd be like, man, when is it gonna come back down to the brown formation so I can find a reversal down here? Because I know when you find them down here, oh my God, you're gonna print money. Or if you find it up there and you drop, you're gonna print so much money. So what I would start doing, I would do that, right? But like just like how I just did it, and what I would do is delete that one, and I'll keep this one. But boom. Because that's from a low to another low, right? And then all I start doing, now that I found it like that, I go to the daily and start seeing how it look. Ah, okay. It's looking how it's supposed to look. Because even if I take it back to where we were on a weekly, and look, I'm gonna just make this one a different color because we both would have did. Nah, not from there. We both would have did something like that. So take this leg. I'm gonna make it yellow just so I can remember that I want to delete that, but I just want to see what it looks like. It looked perfect. Like that's how the broadening formation started. You can see how it came down, boom, boom. So that's perfect too, right? But I like this one better because this is where we're at now. This is the level. So now that I have it that way, you know what I'm saying? I know I'm taking this from my weekly. I'm gonna still keep that there, but I don't really need that. But that's the bottom of the broadening formation. But we know that 3 bars create. Look, I'll show it to you. We know that 3 bars create more broadening formations, right? So let's see if we caught one where we drew one here. Where did we look? 3 bar. That's the only one I see right now. But look, 3 bar right there. So we know that this is creating another broadening formation on a smaller time frame, right? So as we go smaller, 30-minute, you can see how the broadening formation on a weekly with this yellow one, how it stood there and kept rising. What did it do? Broke out, found support on this broadening formation. Rose, came to the top of it, even broke it, came back down. Now it's going back down. And it's because it's part of the strat, and that's what the strat is telling us. Is come test this again. So if you short it, you can short all the way down to 88.33. And it gets bigger and bigger. This is why I love broadening formation, because right now, if it was to get shorted, you short all the way down to 88.05. Look at this. As you continue to progress, it gets bigger and bigger. 87, 77.
And then if you want a 30-minute and you're respecting this and you going off this broadening information, you'll buy like weeks out, right? For your puts.
On a 30-minute, yeah. Because you're talking about swinging, I'm always gonna go 2 weeks to 3 weeks out.
Right.
Like, and when I say 2 to 3 weeks out, it's like when you go to the option watch list, the first week that pops up, I'm not gonna buy that one.
Right.
Because you're gonna look at the Greeks and you're gonna be like, go to the next one. And the next one may be expensive. Don't look at the premium price, look at the Greek. Once you start focusing on just looking at the Greeks and not the premium, you start to understand something. You'd be like, wait, the weekly was trying to sell me the same strike price for, let's just say, $50. But the next week is selling it to me for like $73. But then when you look at the Greeks, you're gonna be like, dang, that weekly tells me if I swing it, I lose $18. But if I go next week, it says if I swing it, I only lose $5. Which one makes more sense?
Yeah.
The thing is, when we're in the heart of the moment, it's not clicking. It's not making no sense because you're like, nah, what makes sense is that this one's cheaper. But you taking things out of context. Yeah, that one's cheaper, so load up and get out of it quicker. No, that's not what we're doing. We're like, that's cheaper. I'm holding on. What? It's printing me $5, $20, $30. I'm holding. Nah, you just bought. Look, I'm gonna tell you one quick gem. If you bought one contract and that contract is printing you $30 or $50 or $60, and you didn't take your profit, you was a greedy motherfucker. And if you want to learn to not be greedy, do it off the charts. Do it when somebody asks you something and you just like, man, damn, I only got 3 of them right now. Man, give it away. Learn to not be greedy. If you learn to not be greedy in real life, when you go to the chart, it'll show up for you every single time. you'll learn to be disciplined and take your profits quicker. And anytime you're on a weekly contract, it's supposed to, you think of, man, be a robber, be a bank robber. Like, I'm coming in here to 5 minute, 3 minute, I'm out of here. Thank you, bye. And the thing is, even if you start doing that and you only taking 15 to 30%, and let's just say that's anywhere between $15 to $20, I promise you, if you do it and you start being disciplined and doing that every single day, your account's gonna blow up. Not the bad way, the good way. In about a month and a half, you're gonna be like, oh my God, this is what it looks like to just say $20, $30, $50 here and there every single day. Okay, all right, I'm on a roll. Now I'm thinking bigger. I wanna make 5,000 this month. Okay, that means I need to make at least, I mean, $1,200 or $1,300 or $1,250 each day. Oh, well, each week, right? Now you're breaking that down. Okay, how much I gotta make throughout the day? Now you're gonna load up your account. Okay, cool. So if I want to make that a day, man, I'm literally out here giving them one-on-one sessions. If I want to make that a day, you know what I'm saying? What do I need to have in my account? Maybe I need to have $3,000 in my account so I could be able to trade $1,000. You feel me?
Yeah, sometimes I do it the opposite way. I compound all the losses, and then by the end of the month, it's like, oh shit, I don't got no money. I gotta do it again. I need to blew another account. So yeah, no, I'm learning, and the Strat is helping me because the Strat, it makes you be disciplined. Like, that's your target. The next stick is your the next wick is your target. You know.
Yes.
You like, you know. So maybe your profit is only 15, 20, 25, 30%.
When grab your charger,
but
when
still
I
you-
grab my desktop, I can't even use this, and it's like.
I think you just unmuted yourself. You just really interrupted Shorty that was going in.
I think she had probably made a mistake. But yeah, yeah, so that's what I was saying. But I appreciate you. And I feel like you be a little bit too quiet lately. So I'm like, I'm just letting you know.
Oh snap. Nah, I've been sick and I'm still like right now.
Oh, you would say, I'm sorry, but I'll be waiting for you.
Good. I got like a mean ass migraine right now. I just don't want to complain about it. I don't know what's going on. I think it was just like the weather change, me coming back into the country. But like my wife had got sick and she's still recovering and she's a trooper doing what she needs to do at work.
No, sorry. I didn't even know y'all was sick. I'm sorry.
Nah, you know, it's all good. Like, trust me, I rather explain so people don't think like, oh dang, what's up with Moody? Nah, it's just I just been sick. I just been trying to protect my energy. And then I do a lot of other things behind the scene, like with the group. So it's just my time being you know what I mean, just spreading it and making sure that the value is there and things of that nature. But
and you be on the on every scene on the low, like every class you be on sometimes. I like Moody's in this one too. I like this man don't rest. This is what he do. That's why I love trading with you with the Strat, because you really break it down, and I appreciate you. And thank you.
I appreciate you as well. Thank you for all the flowers. And yeah, just truly, man. I just love to do this, and I'm a full-time trader. Like this is what I do full-time. And then it also is just D Wiz's and Jordan's energy and Lauren, you know, just always motivating me in the back scene. Always just, you know, Jordan, man. He be playing with me, brother. Jordan do a Zoom, I'ma do a Zoom. You know, but it'd be like friendly competition on like, let's teach people, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the week, you know, and not even at the end of the week, I like to do it like every single night. Like before I go to sleep, I like exercise my mind and try to think of everything that I did today backwards. And it helps memory, but it helps you retain memory, but it also like, your mind is always thinking forward. And I've always realized that I'm always thinking forward. So I try to like live in the present and then think of everything that I did today. And then that'll help. I don't like to count my days. So I just make the days count like, okay, I need to get better because I didn't do this and I didn't do that. So even when I hear things, I take that as constructive criticism. When you tell me like I've been on the low, all that's gonna do to me is like, okay, cool. Let me figure out how I'm about to explode their heads then. I'm gonna make their heads hurt. Let me figure out what I need to teach.
That's funny.
But yeah, I appreciate it. Let me run through these messages. Can you do an example live on crypto? Sure. How I have to go. Thank you, Moody. Appreciate you, Gala. I know she probably not on no more. Name of the video, the Strat beautiful thing. Name of the video. You could probably be talking about the Strat. It's probably called the Strat Part 1. I'm not sure, Simone, which you said it at 9 o'clock. It's like 10. Dang, that was a whole hour ago. My bad. I'm trying to tell y'all, unmute yourselves because sometimes I just be going. Yeah, that's a PMG. That Bitcoin PMG is nasty. When we see a big candle taking all out in PMG, how do we use that information in trading? Oh, look, so like right here on this PMG, how do you use that information in trading? Okay, so if I'm thinking about like how you use that information in trading, you kind of already missed the move. If you're thinking of just the big bar, once you see that big bar already, you kind of already missed the move, right? And the reason I say that is because it took out this big bar, took out 2 PMGs. Once it took out this small PMG that's on a smaller time frame to make it look pretty like this one, it looks just like this, but on a smaller time frame, it looks like that, right? Then it came and it took out this PMG. And watch, the range was from here to here, and I'm not even looking over here, from there to there, and the next range is right there, and that's why it's bull flagging right now, because it wants to try to get to that range, and it already kind of like, you see it, like it almost hit it, so it has to, it's under this range, this red line, so it has to go over this red line to eat up the rest of this PMG, like, so you'll miss the move if you're focusing on like, what do I need to analyze after? So the best way to capitalize on the PMG move is seeing it create. Like if we go to Ethereum's about to go on an uptrend, and that's because you're seeing it fall down. It didn't go all the way down. It broke back over, and now it's bouncing and staying over here. So if it stays up like this, over this 50 mark, it's gonna continue. Look at that shit. Fuck, why you had to do it before I had to teach it? Dang, I just deleted everything on Ethereum. Oh man. Let's just do that. Man, it doesn't matter. I'll just redo it. All right, so right here was the PMG again, but it already took it out. This is your one candle. This is your targets, your PMGs. So what I was gonna say was, what you want to focus on is watching the candles fall, basically looking for a falling wedge, right? Giving you higher or lower lows, lower lows, lower lows, giving you higher lows, right? And one candle, once it wants to reverse, you've seen a double inside, red 2 down, green 2 up, 2 1 2, red down 1. It just gave you a couple of insides, green up. That was that reversal that it just gave you, the 2 1 2, and it's still going. The reason it's still going, go to bigger time frame, 3 minute. Yeah, it's the 3 minute. I want the 5 minute. I want 1 bar. Is this 5 minute bar, because oops, you got this target up here to take off still, and then you only got 17 more seconds. Take it to the 7 minute. 7 minutes still good to go. 10 minute, still good to go. But what I'll teach you something. The one thing I'm seeing is a bowl, and it kind of already completed this bowl. It can go all the way up here to this target, but we'll have to watch it. We just got a new candle on a 10 minute actionable signal. I only read it like that when it first comes out, because it's trying to talk to me. Actionable signal to go up. Actionable signal still to go up. Testing, but it still wants to go up, is what the candle's telling me. And that's why, well, I don't want to say that's why it's going up, but It's indecision for real now. Just broke target. So now let's go down to a 1 minute time frame to see if it was a fake out. It was a reversal back down, 2 1 2, 2 up, 1 went 3 bar. It just went 3 bar, so it went 2 up. I'm sorry. Now it just went 3. So right now, all it's doing is consolidating, and that's on a 1 minute chart. It's not really doing anything. See, if I take it back to the 10 minute, you see how it went down to take that target out. Look how it's going back in decision to try to go back up. See, is all it's doing right now is just consolidating. The 10 minutes telling me we're in the inside. We have not broke. Nice actionable signal. Take it to the 7 minute. We're pushing on a 2-1-2 continuation. It's looking good for calls, right? So if I take it back to the 10 minute, actionable signal. Now that actionable signal is turned into a different actionable signal, which is a pin bar. From a doji, that was the first actionable signal I was seeing, a long-legged doji. And that's why I say I could read it on the 10 minute, because I'm understanding the smaller time frames. We still in decision. Let's see, look at that hammer. Look how it just grew. See what I mean? That's how I knew it was going to go up, because it kept showing me that actionable signal. So take it back to the 1 minute. Look at that. Boom. That was that 3 bar right there. When I was saying it was still indecision, there goes that actionable signal I was talking about. It closed on a 1 minute with that actionable signal, broke up to the top, right? It's still trying to go for that target. Let's see if we still have room. The 1 minute still has room to go. We just opened up. We lost a lot of steam. So let's go back to the 10 minute. What are we talking about? Still indecision now, but look at the indecision. Look at the doji, how it's bigger. The doji is more bigger to the upside. So we have more actionable signals coming. That means it's going for the next high, right? Of the next candle on the 1 minute. See, it's going to go for that high now, right? So I'm seeing it go 2 up, right? We could possibly stay one minute. I mean, because we got 30 seconds, but let's just, we're on Ethereum. It's volatile. Anything could happen. Let's go back to 5 minute. 5 minute, just chilling. And then you can just do this. So if you don't want to be jumping over like from time frame to time frame, you just open 3 of them up. Throw this one right here on a oneer. Throw this one up, ETH, USD. Throw this guy on a 3 minute, right? Bull flagging, checking her out both inside. Take her over here, ETH, USD, 5 minute. And you can watch it like this as well, where you don't have to like be jumping from time frame to time frames. Right, still inside, still trying to go. And look, it's blue. So full time frame continuity. Full time frame continuity to the upside. You see how I just said it's blue and it's still gonna try to go up? It's because the candle, it's just reading candlesticks. And then how you set up your Strat or anything, it's literally gonna be there. And it's still blue. That's not green. We're going. We're out of here. It's gonna go for that target now. Let's see if it has enough strength, enough volume. I don't have the volumes turned on because you don't really need that with the Strat. But yeah, growing volume, pretty good. And turn it off because I don't really want to use that. Yeah, so yeah, I could do it live, bro. Let me see. Let me answer some more questions. All right, answer that one. What is the name of the YouTube video? This one, I don't know what I'm gonna, this one is gonna be called like, I don't know. Damn, homie. Jeez, Ethereum, and I'm not all right, so look, we just went oversold on the 1 minute, so it's gonna come back down, but it could go ahead and poke over the 1 minute just a little bit more and come for a retest. Got a nice hammer to the downside. There goes the PMG right there. Boom, PMG, nice hammer to the downside. So you can come eat this PMG. You just need time. You need to figure out when it's gonna come down. So we need to go oversold a little bit more, right? Well, that's not what we need to do. I just need the next candle to tell me what's gonna happen. Let's see. But the video name is called the Strat Part 1. This one, I think I'm gonna name it. I don't know. It was supposed to be like chart patterns and stuff. So like chart patterns, and then I'll probably like put slash. We ended up talking about the Strat or something. Reversal to the downside. Let me read this. Damn, I ain't say it fast enough. Oh, I kind of did. Yeah, reversal to the downside, eating up PMG. And then you look at your 3 minute, still inside on your 3 minute, nice actionable signal. No more actionable signal, was a pin bar. And when I was saying that, I have something there. I was able to see the wick. Inside, still going down for the PMG. I think we'll go 2 down as well on a 3 minute. Let's just wait. Oh, we got a full 3 minute on 3 minute. So let's see if it revert, if we get it inside after this. I still think we'll still go down for the PMG. When you look at your RSI, it could try to bull flag right back up, but even if it does, don't get scared if you jump for a put. Why? Because you're already oversold, so it's gonna come down. Come on, go 2 down, make me look good. Make me look good. 2 down, 2 down. What's going on over here? Inside. Okay, 5 minute inside. Cool. What my RSI look like? Okay, it's flirting. Going down. 2 down. Come on, hurry up. See? 2 up, 2 down. Inside, 2 down. Triggered on a 1 minute. Come on, 2 down, 2 down. Come on, we're going 2 down for a fact now. Don't make me look bad. All right, let me read these questions. We'll come back to it and see if it went 2 down. Simone. Oh, why you wick like that? Oh, don't give me the 2-2 reversal. I still think you're going down. What's going on over here? Yeah, it's just, ooh, nah, it's fighting. That's what that's doing. But if it doesn't break this high, we don't go up. And this high, right? It's not even a high, it's the target, it's level. See, it already took out the target, but it's a level now. So if it doesn't break that, we don't go up. That's what it's gonna go try to go test, right? Actionable signal, made me look bad. Take your ass 2 down, bro. Simone, oh, appreciate you. That's the video right there, Simone. OMG, that's my problem. What's your problem? I don't know. I know that's right. Pop your shit, and I ain't gonna pop my shit. Moody is the GOAT. I'm the angel. Also, it's funny. I appreciate it. It's good. Actionable signal, we going up. Forget y'all. Morningstar. F y'all. Y'all man, you see, Moody ain't that fire. Like, look, I just lost that trade if I was in there because I was thinking it was gonna go down. Actionable signal up. I should have stood on my bigger time frame. Great class today, man. Appreciate it. Strat has my attention. Oh, yeah, definitely. Yo, I seen that you actually inboxed me. I thought I replied back, Los. I now remember that I didn't. I got you. I'm gonna reply back. When you or bro, just, what was your question? I don't want to pull up the Discord and just read your message because it wasn't.
No, actually, no, I'm good, man. I found in the Discord where it says I think it said stock, one of them stock trainings. There's a whole bunch of strat stuff that you put in there that I'm going through now.
Yeah,
So I
definitely.
appreciate it.
You want to start there. Absolutely. You're welcome, bro. You go 2 down. Now you want to do it? Oh my God, I hate y'all sometimes. I hate this place. I really don't. I love it, but it's gonna go down though. I know it is. It's because it went oversold already. So it just has to go through a little bearish diversion. It's gonna try to fake people out, but it's gonna go down. When you buy a couple weeks out, how long do you still hold the contracts? As long as the candlesticks tell me to hold it. That's like the best right answer I could tell you, because you know, if I be like 30 minutes, 40 minutes, that's the wrong thing. I don't know what the heck the market is going to be doing in 30 or 40 minutes. So it's just like, you know what I mean? Like us talking about Ethereum, you see how quick that happened? That happened really quick. That happened in less than 10 minutes. So if you want a number, I'm going to tell you, it doesn't matter how long you go out. Like if you're planning to swing because you're swinging off of a bigger time frame, like a daily, you know what I'm saying, 4 hour, 1 hour, yeah, you know, you can hold it for a couple of days if the price action is showing you that. But you know, if you're day trading, scalping, if I don't know, like 10 to 30 minutes. Scalping, lying. Day trading, yeah, you know, you could do it all the way up to like 2 hours. You know what I'm saying? But if you're scalping, you don't want to be in your trade no longer than like 5 to 10 minutes, really. And really, like, you know what I mean? Like a 5-minute trade, but 10 minutes is straight. 15 minutes is like, dang, bro, I felt like a day trader today. Yeah, scalpers trying to get out the market really quickly, but we going off of the candlestick. So that's why you see this is scalping right here. 1 minute, 3 minute, 5 minute. I ain't trying to be in a trade that long. Look, finally went down. See, told you, I knew it was gonna go down. It was just doing all that bullshit. Always trying to fake people out. Always trying to play with my emotions and stuff.
Hey Moody, do you ever do any live trading doing the strat, like setting up all your targets and all that and going through it?
Man, I used to all the time, bro. I used to do a lot of live trading. Damn, look at how that thing falling. Yeah, bro. I used to do a lot of live trading, bro. I used to live trade for months. And I used to just do it because I loved it. At one point I did it just like with a whole bunch of people that I was cool with, and friends. It'd be like 10 of us. Then it was like 15 of us. And I just, yo, boom, 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 boom. And we all talked. And then it turned into like me doing one-on-ones for people and things of that nature. Then it turned into like me helping my cousin and his friend. And, you know, I started learning stuff as I started teaching people, where it's like, oh, okay, stop telling people like enter in and just helping them make money, because people are going off of your energy, how you quit your job and stuff like that. And the thing is, when they're not trading with you, they're not gonna make money. So I started like trying to do more like educational things, because I know that that's better in the long run. Like, what if I die? You know, who's gonna help you make money then? So I'd rather teach people how to fish. But to answer your question, yeah, bro, I used to live trade all the time. Jordan be trying to get me to live trade all the time.
I just think it'd be like helpful while trying to learn like how you set up and how you go about hitting your targets and all that, just to, you know, get a feel for how you do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna start, you know what I'm saying, like once a week. I'll do like, I've been trying to figure out like what else I could do. Like once a week, I'm gonna do like a live. Since you're saying that, I'm gonna just do like a live education. Would you like that?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, even if it was on crypto or whatever, even though I'm not really doing crypto right now, but just so I could get a better understanding like while you're doing it.
No, yeah, most definitely. So I just gotta pick out a day. It may not be a scheduled day, or it may be a scheduled day, because we have Pastor Prince that does live trading in the mornings. And I know he does it like 3 days out of the week. So I'll just have to pick a day, and then fuck it, let's start structuring it now. So like whenever I do it, I would just tell people like jump on 10 minutes before the market opens. So like I'll probably, when I do it, I'll probably put out the Zoom like around 9 o'clock or like 9:20 or 9:15 around there, just to be able to like set up different charts. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, okay, what were you looking at? So this is what you would want to do with the strat. Look at this entry. I mean, look at this, these strike prices. You know what I'm saying? Because I may get a lot of questions and like, yo, what do you think about this? Since it's not like me live trading and just keeping SPY up and saying, yo, do this and do that. I may do that as well. It just all depends. I'm really big on education. So yeah, you know what I'm saying, we just have to jump on there a little earlier, so you can have, the reason I say that is so that you can be able to see what happens for real, right? Because if I just put it out at like 9:30, 9:35, and then I'm showing you things, like you could possibly miss a gem or something, because you could possibly be the person that likes to trade the market opening. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, bro.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. And I know you were saying like if you're day trading, you pretty much start with a clean chart every day, you said, right? And then you kind of mark your levels.
Yeah. I started with a clean chart.
That'd be cool, man. That'd be cool. Appreciate it.
Clean like this, I just straight up delete it and then be like, all right, cool. All right, nice PMG right here. And then I just be like, I just start with targets.
That's when you're trading the strat though, not regular.
That's why I'm trading, period, bro. Because I just have to explain that I do different things. But as even I'm looking at this, like, and I'm trading, like, let's say I'm trading, right? I'm already looking at the targets on the strat, but I'm also saying, hey, cup and handle. We got a nice cup, no handle just yet. You know what I'm saying? Nice little bearish flag. We broke the bearish flag on a 1 minute right here on this candle, kept going up. We got a nice bull. Now I'm not even talking to strat, but this is how I trade. You know what I'm saying? Possible head and shoulders about to form, shoulder head, right? Shoulder could turn right here, give us another shoulder. So I'm looking at all of that, rising wedge off of the bearish flag, piercing bearish flag, right? And that rising wedge could be it's a PMG to the downside as well. So I'm always looking at all of that stuff, and then like, you know, looking at different time frames as well, just to see like what's going on. We're in decision, we're bull flagging on a 5 minute, you know, like the pole flag, trying to see what happened. So what did happen? We double top. That's what happened. So now it's pulling back down. As I said, that they were going to go back down. Now they're coming back up to see what's going to go on. They're using the 60-minute as support. As you can see, when it opened up on the 60-minute, it's still green. I'm trying to turn CC on. Yup, we got full time frame continuity to the upside. Yeah, it's breaking, baby. Going to the upside. Nice little morning star. Look, Morningstar developing on the 5-minute. I can see it on the 3-minute already. I'm not going to be able to see it on the 1 minute. You're just going to see that bear flag breaking out. Okay, Morningstar growing, activated Morningstar. Directional candle, that's a buy candle. You feel me? Because it's 2 up, buy the candle. You got 50 seconds on it. On the 5-minute, you got 3 minutes and 40 seconds. 1 minute gives you entry. We just broke another resistance. We're going. We out of here. It's a Morningstar. It's a buy candle. It's a 2 up. Buy. Target right there. Just took out target. So now it can go ahead and start retracing right back down because it did its move that it's going to do. It's going to try to hold price. If it holds price, we go for this target up here. I don't know why it's not putting it on all my time frames. It's something that I got messed up. But yeah, that's just all I be doing, bro. And I do it so much that I guess that's what makes y'all think I'm like so fucking fire. But see, PMG back to the downside. Remember when I called the rising wedge? It could come down and say this PMG. Remember when I said maybe a head and shoulders? Look, shoulder, head, possible shoulder if we don't keep running up. And look, you see how I said it would pull back because we took out the target. It's going to try to hold price. Look, now it's holding price. Actionable signal. That's how I can tell it's holding price. Different time frames. Actionable signal. Now it's not a flying dragon. It was a pin bar. Now it's still indecision. Let's see if it's going to try to reject back down because it just took target out, right? That means out of your trade if you're scalping, right? And then it just depends on which time frame are you trading. Are you on 1 minute, or are you just letting the 1 minute guide you? Or are you trading a 5-minute Morningstar? Does it make sense?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Let me go to the chat. I'm about to jump off here because I'm just noticing it's 10:28. I think we started at 8 o'clock. Let me just read these questions. Has the strat my attention when you buy into that? Consolidation usually comes after the 3-bar. Yeah, Shade Up. Yeah. You be watching Sarah Sniper. That's some shit she would say. But that's a fact. I'm a levels trader, but the strat has my attention. Yeah, that's dope. Appreciate it. I am learning to use levels with the strat now. Simone seems to be a game changer so far. Hey, that's what's up, man. Shout outs to the strat. What's up, PMG? Appreciate you, Shay Dub. See, that's why I say you the last person. I feel you. I appreciate you. PMG, Pivot Machine Gun. Thank you. Strat is awesome. Got you. Appreciate it. Thank you so much, Shay Dub, answering them questions for me. Yeah, this is, and I look at PMGs like this. That's why I pulled up the banana clip because it always looks like a little banana clip. You know, it looks like little banana clips. Where's that one pretty one? See, they curve like little banana clips. I look at them like little extendos. PMGs are nothing to play with, though. I'm not gonna sit here and cap. If you, I hate seeing a PMG. Like, say if I'm going for puts and we dropping it, I'm like, come on, let's take some more targets. And I see a PMG, I'll be like, damn, why did it just had to print a PMG? Because those things are nothing to play with, bro. Promise you that. Like, you see this big old PMG right here? They're having fun taking this up, but they gonna have more fun taking it down. Because look, as soon as they kill this PMG, boom, they're gonna stop right here because it's price action, right? That's gonna be like a support right there. You see it, right? So as soon as it comes down, it's gonna eat all of this up. Boom. It's gonna probably try to bear flag, consolidate. It's gonna eat the rest of this range, the rest of this bar right here to down here, from the top to the bottom. And as soon as it starts breaking all of this, It's gonna take this whole PMG right here. Boom, 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 boom. Drrr, bow. And this is only a 3-minute time frame. And then it's gonna take these PMGs out. Boom, boom. Look, it's gonna come back all the way around here. It's gonna come down here first. It's gonna come to 1032 from where it's at right now. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's gonna do. Look, you wanna see? Look, check it out. When it run up, look, I just showed you right here. When it runs up, it runs down. It's just the chart. It's just what happens. And we're in a bear market. So, and then all you do is just here, let me just bow. If you want to make sure you write, take it over because it is a 1-minute time frame. Take it to the hour. A lot of rejection. What happens when we do stuff like that? Eat PMGs, boom, rejections. Yeah, we keep running, but that doesn't normally always happen. Take over to the day. Let's see what's happening. We triggered today, and this is everything that we've been looking at right now. Today, we triggered a 2-2 reversal. 2 down, 2 up, right? So, oh, and a PMG. So, and it's a tweezer bottom, right? Tweezer bottom right there. Tweezer bottom, run up, tweezer bottom, run up, tweezer bottom, run up. So, yeah, we could see it, you know what I mean, going to this alert that I have set at 1278 to short the ass again. Yeah. Yep. See, and whenever it alerts down here, I'll buy it up again. All right, let me finish this chat. I'm out of here. Let me see, what is y'all talking about? Thanks to you, Moody, for his time. Appreciate you. Appreciate you too. I appreciate you a lot. Y'all don't understand how much Moody loves these chats. Bro, why you gotta put me out there like that? Boom, pow. What is Jordan talking about? Is he trading Ethereum? Listening to this man laugh while charting. Hell, have a cigarette afterwards. Ew, nasty. Have a vape. Have a weed cigarette. Yeah, I'm joking, bro. I'm joking, living legend. I appreciate you, D'Angelo. I appreciate you. Not the ciggy, you know what I mean? Like, not the ciggy, bro. The trees, yes. You know what I'm saying? Try to use some strong, get in tune with that. Don't listen to Moody. You don't get giggly with the ciggy. Bro, let me turn off the chat because y'all gonna have me rolling. Y'all got any more questions? Y'all want to learn something? What's up? What's up? Oh, you said good night. Good night then. All right, I'll see you later, CMTZ4. Made me think of Mayweather when I said that like that. I don't know why. Carlo, papi. Dime a ver, ¿qué lo que, papi? How you learn this shit so well. Thank you, Moody. Thank you. Bruh, how you gonna put a question mark with that, Jordan? He's like, yes or no? No or yes? Good question, man. Here you go. Appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all. How did you learn this shit so well? I don't know, D-Wiz. I really don't. I just be talking to God. I talk to the Most High. I try to live as much as I can like Jesus. I use that name because it's what's most present to this day and time. I don't know, man. I always just give it to the Most High, bro, because I really don't know. I remember leaving work every single day when I used to work at the public distribution center. My manager was an asshole. I could tell his wife didn't love him or his children didn't respect him because he used to just disrespect me for no reason. I'm like, bro, I'm Moody. Why you coming at me? But anyways, long story short, I used to cry every single day. Not every single day, but I remember like 4 times crying, leaving work. And just, one thing I did every single day leaving work is that I dropped down to my knees and I made sure I was facing the sun and I got some vitamin D as I spoke to the Most High, right? And I just told the Most High that I really want to learn this. I really want to, get in tune with this. So to please cut my distractions off and the distractions that I'm not capable of doing through the flesh, due to my me being human and being like I'm a center, right? I can't be perfect. Well, I know I could be perfect because we have imperfection, right? So perfection has to be there. But yeah, man, it was just, like the 1 minute chart, praying and just knowing that it was going to happen, and just having a crazy amount of faith and a lot of little small baby faiths. I still amaze myself to this day. Sometimes I enjoy to just take screenshots of charts and talk about what I'm seeing, and then go back in hindsight. That's why I be making reels sometimes out of it, because I just be like, I be amazing myself. It's really to show other people, but it's really to just remind myself, and just like, yo, on a bad day, remember who you are. So I don't know. But I appreciate you, D-Wiz. Thank you so much. What Jordan said, Moody, can you teach me how to get a one-on-one? Yeah, bro. You want to get a one-on-one? Just hit my DMs, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just hit my DMs. I normally tell people I charge $100 for a one-on-one for an hour. But I normally say an hour, but you see how long we be doing chart classes. So it's really until you get it. I like doing one-on-ones. They're just time consuming, so that's why I don't really promote it. But I do a lot of one-on-ones throughout the week for a lot of different people. But yeah, you could just hit my DMs, open a support ticket, whatever you would like to do. Cash at me, and we get to the bag. But yeah, and then whatever you want to learn on the one-on-ones, and then we just kind of like strictly just talk about your growth and how to build your account. Whatever is really whatever you want to do, because I've had it just depends. Like if somebody doesn't have questions for a one-on-one, then it's not harder on me. I already got it written down. I just pull out my notes, and I have a lot of questions that will help me understand your trading, what type of trader you are, and then we go from there. But I don't know. Yeah, I'm just blabbing it off. Let's see what these people saying, because they keep wilding. I like you, Moody. Cool dude. I like you too, man. Appreciate you. Moody was 6 months in, and I told him he was gonna be a motherfucking problem. Hey, that's a fact though. That's why you my brother, bro. That's a fact though. That's a fact. Even when, man, bro, I have people trying to belittle me, like, man, why are you trading Macy's? Why are you doing this? Bro, I just remember D-Wiz always just being there, and just like, he been there when I was blowing accounts. I had big accounts, but I was still learning. I remember just, you know what I'm saying, I never cried on the phone, but it felt like my stomach was crying. I just remember him always just picking me up. And that's why y'all hear me talk about Susie a lot. Like when he just seen the love that I have for the space and candlesticks, he connected me with Susie, and like that just took my trading to a whole nother level, because Susie taught me like about stop losses. And then I figured out that I didn't want to use a stop loss there. And then Susie also was like teaching me how to be patient. And it's just it was just the words that she was using, and then teaching me how to trade at the market opening. You know what I'm saying? That's how, like, she didn't specifically teach me like the pre-market highs and lows, but I give it to her because she was talking about those specific things, but not specifically telling me how to trade it, but like just giving me information on like, what times to trade, what times to just watch the market. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, when it's lunchtime, just watch the market. When it's market opening, she always used to tell me trade the first 15 to 30 minutes if you understand. And she always used to tell me, like, you trade candlesticks, you understand it. Like, she trade fundamentals and kills it. But yeah, man, yeah, that's my road dog. She don't even know she's my road dog, but that's my road dog. So I appreciate you, D-Wiz. Like, you always encourage me to just, continue on. Pam, oh my God, sorry you went through that at work. That's so crazy. I ain't sorry. I'm going through the same thing now at my job. I'm tired of crying, and it made you into a trader beast for real. Yeah, I ain't sorry that it happened to me, because look at me now. But if I could give you any words of advice, like if you're going through whatever you're going through at work, just always understand that, you know what I mean? Like if you're crying, somebody's making you feel some type of way. Just try to remove yourself from those type of energies, and always just remember that when somebody's downing you, or somebody's saying something to make you feel some type of way, they want to be you. they see something in you that they can't do, so they have to try to push you down, and especially if they're on a higher type of level, right? And if, you know what I mean, if it's a man, here, look, I'll pop some shit because you were the one telling me to pop some shit. If it's a man, just tell him you don't get no pussy. Be like, it's not my fault that your wife doesn't want you. It's not my fault that your kids don't respect you. Why?
Hey, bro, stop the recording, bro.
Oh, dang.
I gotta go edit that. Man, dang, man.